Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. Listen online, the website that rocks, KMOD.com. Past shows are available on iTunes. Search under BMMS. Listen with your cell phone. Get the iHeartRadio app. Available from the App Store of your cell phone provider. More on that at iHeartRadio.com. And we're on the Facebook, facebook.com/BMMS69. You can hang out with us each and every day there. Facebook.com. Make sure you check it out. And good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Corbin.
Good morning, Gimpy.
Well, good morning. Who's there?
Well, congratulations to homie, the fireman of Bristow. Long time listener. You can get qualified just like homie. All month long, qualified to win a 100th anniversary Harley-Davidson Dyna Wide Glide from Steel Horse Motorcycles inside Oklahoma Outdoor World, just off Route 66 in Sapulpa. Every hour with us, you can get qualified for Harley Days of May and throughout the day, Mel and DC as well. From Steel Horse Motorcycles in 97.5 KMOD. We're going to give away tickets to Aerosmith as they're going to be at the BOK Center. November 4th, tickets go on sale in 3 hours and 50 minutes.
Rock and roll!
We've got Cucked will play. We've got Willy Nilly. And tonight, I know a lot of you are exhausted from all your Star Wars celebration, but Cinco de Mayo is today. We'll be broadcasting live from 5 to 7 at the Los Cabos and Jinx. Bring your sweat rag.
It's going to be muggy.
It's okay.
18th annual Cinco de Mayo block party at Los Cabos. 5 to 7 is when we will be there. Some sort of queso scenario. Some sort of crispy fried corn that's been mashed into a flat product.
Don't they have the fried avocados too?
All right.
Yeah. They have fried avocados there. I think.
Yeah? You big fried avocado fan?
I'm avocado anything, really.
I like avocado. I feel like fried. Is it like fried ice cream? Like it's not really fried?
Right.
Maybe. No, I think they are really fried.
It could be interesting. I've never had a fried avocado before. I, too, like the avocados.
Mm-hmm.
Number one morning show. Your number one morning show. Avocado
Yes,
talk.
Remember that.
We need an avocado break. Just a little salt.
Yeah.
Cracked black pepper. I'm happy.
Delish.
A little hot sauce.
On a Triscuit.
Yes, or a wheat thin if you don't have any tortilla
Yeah,
chips.
my tum-tum can't handle a Triscuit. I need some sort of almond cracker.
Yep.
And we are doing Friggin' A Friday, of course. Buckle in, you pussies. What's something a man isn't ready to hear?
Uh-oh.
A case of Coors and a pair of tickets to see Neil deGrasse Tyson. What did we decide? DeGrasse?
I've always said Degrassi, but, just call him Neil Tyson.
You also say Minga, so I feel like the barometer isn't. Nonetheless, we'll go with that. Neil deGrasse Tyson at the Cox Convention Center next Tuesday.
Smartest man ever.
Definitely smarter than the three of us. Though I don't know how he likes his.
Next time we talk to him, we'll see how he likes his avocados.
What's something a man isn't ready to hear? BMMS and what that is to 82945. In the news, there's a story out of New York City where some people were on a subway. And this homeless person, at the time, I don't think it was made aware, you just made an assumption, was being belligerent and aggressive towards some people. He was subdued. One guy put him in a chokehold. The homeless person died. And the person that did that has not been brought up on charges. And people have been protesting that person should be brought up on charges and that a homeless person shouldn't die that way.
No.
I don't know why we're going to add homeless
Because,
in front of that. We could just say people shouldn't die that way.
Right.
But there's been plenty of stories in the news of people, in most instances homeless, shoving people onto the tracks, stabbing people, robbing people.
Right.
So there is a known threat there. Now, I don't disagree that maybe there should be some, hey, did they go over the top? Did the guy need to be choked out unconsciously to death? But again, I've been on a subway. I've seen crazy people. I've walked down the streets in big cities and seen crazy people go
Crazy?
yes. Homeless, I don't know, but I've seen them go crazy.
Mhm.
And yeah, I feel like you have a right to protect yourself. I don't know, but
I would agree with you on that one. I was saying maybe manslaughter. Okay. Not so much murder. I don't think the guy intended to kill the homeless person or person without homes, however the hell we're saying it nowadays. But nonetheless, if you feel threatened, I think you have a right to defend yourself. And if that's putting a homeless guy or person in general in a chokehold, have at it. Here's the thing, though. You should really watch what you're doing, right? I mean, I've never put anybody in a chokehold ever. I've had one put on me before as a part of a bit on the show, right? But I've never done it. So I think like people, if you don't know what you're doing, like fighters, they know what they're doing, right? When they put somebody in
do me a
chokehold,
favor. Don't point at me when you say that.
was why? Well, oh, because you're not a fighter
No,
and you don't know what you're doing.
I don't even want to be labeled.
No, I was just using my hand. I wasn't pointing at
Okay,
you.
good. I just don't want to be.
being animated on the radio.
I
I don't
have
know what
this-
that means.
I have the same feeling about being told I'm an actor. Like, I don't want none of that smoke.
Yeah, but like fighters know what they're doing. They have trained how to not go that far, how to put somebody out in a chokehold and knock them out to where it doesn't kill them. And I think that like regular average people don't know that. They don't know how far is too far, and that's what happened here. So murder charges, maybe not so much. Definitely manslaughter.
Yeah.
Though. He needs to be held
Manslaughter.
accountable for what he did.
Does he know what he did? Like maybe he walked away and just thought he passed out.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No,
He
no.
knows what he
He
did.
chokes the life out of him.
Yeah. Okay.
To me, the question is, does it take 3 people to do that? Like, he's got him, his back, he's got an arm around his neck,
Mhm.
and then 2 other people. Does it take all that?
No.
I hear you.
But-
Adrenaline's a crazy thing. So's meth.
Yeah,
Yes.
I wasn't there, so I don't know how the situation went down, how the scenario went down. But if the guy's crazy flailing, and the one guy is not having enough luck subduing the person, then yeah, it's going to take another person or two to help control the situation.
Yeah. I don't know. I personally think, I don't care the scenario.
Mm.
You should be brought up on, because all these situations, turn around in the driveway, someone ringing at your doorbell, being confronted by a guy in a hoodie,
Mm.
a homeless person, they're all very unique. And so I don't think there should be a blanket statement on that.
Mhm.
But so I think each one, you should have to go to trial for it
Yeah, absolutely.
and let your peers decide whether you had a right to do that.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Be held accountable for your actions.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm okay if your peers are like, no, that definitely felt like self-defense.
Yeah.
Right, but at least you went through the process.
It shouldn't just be like, yeah, no, it was self-defense.
Right. Right.
Like deciding whether you should get peanut M&Ms or those delicious crispy Rice Krispies. Have you had those?
Oh, yeah, they're pretty good.
The caramel ones are money too.
No.
The coffee ones are so good too.
Is it a coffee bean?
No,
Oh.
I think it's just coffee flavor.
Okay.
Not that that's correlated to the story we're talking about, but to me that it shouldn't be treated as a passe decision. It should be decided by your peers. I know a lot of you are going to think that believe in stand your ground aren't going to agree with that, but why not? You took a human life.
Right. And I'm with you. I am a firm believer in stand your ground. If somebody came into my house or if I felt threatened in any way possible anywhere and I took action, I should still be held accountable for what I did. And that's me saying that about myself.
And I hear you, like,
Yeah.
why should I have to take on that financial responsibility of lawyers and the inconvenience? I hear you.
Yeah, well, you got yourself in that position.
No, they came into my house. I hear you.
Mhm.
You still took a human life.
Exactly.
It should come with a little bit of friction.
Because if not, then it's just willy-nilly anybody is killing everybody, for whatever it's all self-defense.
Now, in this instance, the 3 people holding the homeless person, should all 3 of those people be held accountable?
I don't know. I mean, the video I saw, I didn't feel like they were all on top of him.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like they were a part of it, and then this guy went into.
Yeah.
I think they should have something in there for those other 2 people.
As
because-
accomplices.
as
to-
accomplices, whatever, however you
manslaughter?
want to label it or whatever, because they were involved. They may not have directly killed the person, but they were involved. So they something they should at least, much like the other guy that choked the dude out, go through the process.
Yeah.
And like Corbin said, let the jury decide what's happening.
Yeah, because 3 against 1 is hardly fair.
I hear you, but in that scenario, I don't think people understand when you are fighting the octane that's being burned. And so what I mean by that is if you and I are just being playful with sparring is a lot different than I'm going to hurt you.
Yeah.
My adrenaline, the neurons firing in my brain are going to move faster. My reactions are going to be faster.
Sure.
Do you see what I'm saying? So I hear you. That's a crazy scenario that most people should never and will never experience.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're in there trying to fight for your life, or you feel like you are 100% in danger, your body burns a different octane.
Right.
And for those who don't know what I mean, like things are just going to happen faster. They're going to feel like they happen faster. The person you're going against, you're going to be like, this is crazy how strong and fast they are. Because you have zero experience doing it.
Right.
If you've ever ridden on a treadmill and then you run on the street, they're dramatically different. If you've ever shot a gun on a video game and then shot one in life, they're dramatically different.
Yeah.
Same thing's true when you're in an altercation with a human being.
Right.
It's just different. I don't care how many times you've hit a bag.
Oh, yeah. Your mind shifts into a different mode.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you go into defense mode, beast mode, whatever you want to call it. You know?
Yeah, that's me going to beast mode.
Right.
But you're totally different because when it's just, us hanging out, being silly or whatever, you're more relaxed. But when the danger's there, things start firing off in the brain. Crap, I got to defend myself and I got to move faster and work harder to make sure that I'm staying safe.
That's what's so fascinating about fighting professionally to me is you don't even know. Like you are building up for muscle memory. So when those events happen in real time, they're happening so fast, you just go to them.
Right.
Here's an interesting text. What if the homeless man was actively assaulting people and or women?
Yeah.
He was
I love that we're throwing women.
I know. He was subdued and it's
if
all
it's men,
on
it's
film.
fine.
Well, yeah.
No
Guys
need
can
for a
beat off a
trial?
homeless person all day long and it's just fine. Women, their little feeble hands can't handle all that homelessness.
Go ahead.
Anyway.
Please reread the text.
What if the homeless man was actively assaulting people and or women? He was subdued and it's all on film. No need for any trial?
No, that's not the way our country works.
That's just evidence
Yeah.
that the jury sees to prove that this person is either innocent or guilty.
And that's worthy of someone losing their life?
Right. Another text. The Marine that choked the man out should have known what he was doing. We're trained on choking constantly.
Fair point. How long has it been since he's practiced that?
That's a good point.
You can do everything right, technique-wise, and a mistake happen. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe you do it and they've got an iridium, whatever, heart,
that is true.
unknown to you, right? It is a crazy story for sure. And seeing the continued diversity that people have on their opinion on it is bizarre to me.
Yeah.
Because reality is someone died and that sucks.
Yes.
But also people should have the right to defend themselves.
Absolutely.
And when you're in a metal tube, and people are acting crazy, that's what I think airplane stuff is so. Have you seen the one that's in the last couple days?
There's another one.
Oh, and somebody just going full stock crazy.
Wow.
On an airplane. What do you do? It will be impossible against my wife's will. I would stand up and get involved.
Right.
Because if I don't, who will? That's kind of the mentality I have.
Saying that's just another reason to, drive everywhere you go.
Right.
It's hard to get to England that way.
Yeah, it takes those long road trips.
You just jump on a ferry and, you'll be there in a couple of days.
Yeah. And then going to Mexico, you got to go through some precarious places. So I'd rather just fly to Cozumel.
Right. Do I take my chances with my wife and kids and the cartel? Or do I take my chances with a crazy drunk on a plane?
With Chet.
With Chet. Right.
It's always a Chet.
Or a Chaz. I'll take Jazz.
Right. It's a little bit softer.
Right. Just because you wear a loose fitting tank and you got a skin fade don't mean nothing.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a crazy story. All right. Friggin' A Friday. What's something a man isn't ready to hear? A case of Coors and a pair of tickets to see Neil deGrasse Tyson at the Cox Convention Center next Tuesday. BMMS and what's something a man isn't ready to hear to the phone number 82945.
Tulsa's morning show continues next.
You too.
These texts are good.
Scott is on. Hey, Scott, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, buddy. What do you think?
You know, let's be real. I love some of the comments, and you guys especially, but let's be real. You're not going to be able to give her a hall pass because we as men are never going to forget that. We're never going to stop dwelling on it. And, we're going to be the demise of that at that point. I think there's only one way to really do it. Either walk away because you can't tell me guilt took over after. You were enjoying it then. You went out for that purpose to go meet somebody. So either open this up to an open relationship, ask her, hey, do you want an open relationship, or walk away now, brother, because you lost it.
Let me ask you, Scott, what would be an argument they would have had that would have not justified him cheating, but going out and being completely reckless? Like what's something?
Well, she would have had to cheat. I mean, the only way I'm ever going to cheat is she walks to me and says she just cheated. I'm walking out. I'm going to get me some, and I'm done with this relationship.
But then, you're
let's
not really
be real
cheating
as
at
men.
that point, are you, Scott? You're
well,
Mhm.
Until that divorce, I get it. But there's no hall pass or dinner or vacation. I agree with her vacation. That means she's not going to forget that. I don't care if 5 years down the road, that's going to be in every argument you have.
Mm-hmm.
So you might as well either walk away or open this thing up and let's become swingers.
Just walk up to her with a pineapple in hand.
Right on, man.
Upside down it, baby.
All right, Scott, have a great day, friend.
You too, guys.
All right, see you later.
Got a great idea to fix the situation.
I hear that, like, if she cheats, I'm going out right and cheating, and cheating right away. It's going to be like the movie Hall Pass. I'm going to Applebee's and having wings and going to bed at 9. Like,
Yeah.
Right, because that's our routine now.
No,
That's where we're at.
no, I don't have the game. Like, what are you talking about? It's not like I'm turning down women every time I go out the door.
You go to the bar, you wait till about 1:45ish.
Oh,
You find the biggest woman with the least amount of teeth in her face, and you say, you're coming with me.
I got to be honest. If I'm cheating as revenge, it ain't just going to be on crumbs. Listener email, I'm about to get divorced from my wife of 10 years
Homeless
because
people eat out of garbage cans,
I
Corbin.
made a
You
stupid
better
mistake
get users.
and had a one-night stand. We got in an argument. I left, went to the bar, and slept with some woman. Almost immediately, the guilt took over me. She's told me it's over. But I have to try. What can I do to get her or to give our marriage a second chance? Lindsay.
Okay, so he already did the most awful thing he could have done, and that was cheat. But he was honest. So he's got that going for him at least. And if he wants to work things out, he's going to have to take the blame and take whatever is coming to him. If she is pissed, let her be pissed and just take it. Take the anger and just wait it out and see what she wants to do. The ball is absolutely 100% in her court. So whatever she wants, she gets at this point. If you want to stay in this marriage, if she wants to go through therapy, then you guys are going to go to counseling together. If she wants just you to go to counseling, then you're going to have to go to counseling because the ball is absolutely 100% in her court.
Gimpy.
Yeah, man, there's really nothing you can do, honestly. Just sit back and take your lumps as they are. All right. If she wants it to work, she'll figure it out. She's gonna be mad AF for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna have to deal with it. You're gonna have to deal with being boring. There's not gonna be any time going out with the boys or going out doing what else, And if you can't handle that, then you need to walk away. You need to realize, well, I effed this one up. I'm just going to go ahead and take my ball and I'm going to go home and then I'll come back and play the game another day. You know what I'm saying? It's just, there's nothing really you can do. Just let time pass it on by. That's it.
I'm sorry. I have no gimmick for you that will work. You tell her you want it to work, you made a giant mistake, and you're willing to work through it. She doesn't hear that. You got your answer. It's pretty black and white, man.
Yeah.
You have to eat your S sandwich. And when you go on and date in the future and be asked what happened with your marriage, you got to be honest. You est the bed royally. And so either you tell her what you want and hope she appeases you, but why beg someone to be with you? The Huffington Post has a list of the rudest things to avoid when you're visiting someone's home, like things you shouldn't do, right?
Okay.
Touching or moving things.
Well, yeah.
Oh, so like if I'm guilty of this though. Like if a picture
I'm
is
shocked.
if a picture is crooked hanging on the wall, I'll
It's-
straighten it
Why?
No.
Why? It's not yours.
Exactly.
because I'm sure that it wasn't supposed to be crooked.
You don't know that. Some people like things off kilter like that.
I'll even mention it. I'm gonna fix that.
Oh, that's rude. That's like, like the cliche of like a mom coming in, like, your pictures aren't straight.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Ma.
Another one. Expecting a tour.
Oh yeah.
You don't walk in and be like, give me a tour.
No, I don't.
I totally do. I
because
love snooping
don't-
around.
Because I don't want someone to do that to me. Because what if your bedrooms aren't clean or the bathroom's not clean?
Then they'll let you know.
Yeah.
Furthermore, Susan, they shouldn't be having company over if that's the case. Bedroom, maybe. Right? Bathrooms, though, clean that ass up if you're having company come over.
Another one. Overstaying your welcome.
Right?
How long? What's the good amount of time to stay at someone's house?
Depends on what the activity is.
Yeah,
Let's say dinner.
Oh, okay.
couple hours.
2 hours after dinner. After 2 hours.
So you still at 6, 8, get out.
Because now it's time for the family to wind down.
Yeah,
And start doing their own nightly routine.
and I think it depends on who it is too. Like you always know. I think depending on which friend it is.
Snooping.
Oof.
Yeah,
Opening the cabinet
yeah. You
to
don't
look
do
through the
that.
medicine cabinet. You feel like you give the vibe that you do that.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, it's not an insult. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it gives a vibe.
Why? What
Because
gives
you're
you that
nosy.
vibe?
You're very nosy.
What makes me nosy?
Well, you'll walk into a room when a conversation's happening going, wait, what are we talking about?
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You love knowing other people's gossip?
Yeah. I'll watch those gossip shows.
No, I'm talking
they're
like
there
personal
for.
gossip. I'm not talking about TV shows.
Yeah. If we're here, I don't want to miss out on anything for sure.
Yeah, that's nosy.
Yeah.
Bringing an uninvited plus one.
Yeah. Because now you're forcing the other people to like entertain somebody they don't know. It just makes
Right. Or
everything
don't
Yeah.
like.
Exactly. And it's not your place to be inviting somebody else over.
Feeding their dog.
Huh? Oh, like table scraps or something?
I think that's what they mean,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you'd be like, where's your chow chow so I can put it in the
Mhm.
bowl? Yeah. Some people do that. Some people think that because they feed their dogs table scraps or popcorn or whatever,
Yeah.
that they can do that with your dog.
That's good that your dog's stomach has adapted to that. But now you're going to make your friend's dog crap all over their house because it's not used to that.
Showing up empty-handed.
I don't think that's that bad. I mean, do I have to bring potato salad every time I come over?
No?
Exactly.
No, I always take something.
Yeah. I always take a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Always, always.
All right. I usually go.
Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. News quickies are stories you may have missed in the news, but on Fridays, we do just the titillating headline for you. So let's go ahead and get started.
It's time for News Quickies, world news, local news, and news that just makes you say, what the Now here's Corbin, Gimpy, and Lindsay with what's going on. News Quickies from the Big Man Morning Show at 97.5 KMOD.
911 call about fight ends with Florida cop separating two brawling goats.
I mean,
So,
goats
like
have their
who?
bad
Jordan
days.
and Brady?
Right. Florida judge denies medical marijuana for defendant, recommends Xanax instead.
Because weed's bad, okay?
Yep. Those pills are a lot better for you.
Yeah.
City of Warren cancels Bangladesh festival for being too, quote, ethnic.
Isn't that the point of the festival?
Yeah.
To showcase your ethnicity? Okay.
Video of a United passenger that punches flight attendants, then attempts to jump from plane over seat dispute.
That's the one I'm talking
Oh,
about.
Yeah.
that's the one, huh? All right.
Yeah, I don't
want.
think if a plane's in midair, I don't think you can open the door.
Won't everybody get sucked out?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a problem.
I don't know about that, but the wind push on the door,
Right.
you'd be unable to, because it has to go out first.
Right.
So you'd be unable to push against the force of the wind going down the fuselage on the exterior of the plane.
But they say, like in the beginning of the flight, if you're sitting in an exit row, if we're going down and you have to open it.
Once the plane has crashed,
Oh.
Right. They're not
Okay.
saying jump out. I don't think they
In
have enough
midair.
parachutes for everybody.
yeah, I listen, I will be just as honest. I will be honest. I do not pay attention to those instructions, but I'm pretty sure they're not telling you to open it mid-flight.
And I'll get the hell out of here.
I'm going to
Hopefully
start
y'all
doing
like
that. If I sit in an exit row, I'm going to go, so during the flight or when we land?
I mean, what if the plane's on fire and and they're like,
Here's
Jump
what
now.
happens. According to the pamphlet, you're effed.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
that is true.
If
Put
the-
your head between your knees in case you ask goodbye.
Mhm.
Yeah, if the plane catches fire in the air and you're at 40,000 feet, they say the best thing you can do is bend over
Yes.
and kiss your ass goodbye.
Mhm.
Arizona providing tiny homes for teachers to live behind the school.
Oh,
So this, they're implying that they can't pay them enough. So they're like, but look at this shoebox.
yeah.
Got this luxurious tiny home. Now get back to work.
Right. Hey, can you do class? I mean, you're right.
Right.
Hey, will you go over and check the door? We forgot. I know how that game works.
You can't call in sick, can you? Right? Because you live behind the school. They're like,
They literally can walk over
We'll
and
bring you soup.
bring you one of those pizzas.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to live close to the radio station because I didn't want to drive or commute. Well, guess who they called anytime there was a problem?
the guy
Big
who's
mistake.
Me. So
Yeah.
now how far do I live?
Exactly. Exactly.
That's me, right?
That's
Yeah.
At the CEO level, women finally outnumber men named John.
close. Just
the
guys
hell?
named John, not men in general. Just guys named John. That's
Michigan.
funny.
Michigan man with pot vending machine attached to his home arrested.
Yeah, I don't think you can just have like a dude machine outside your house.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
I mean, you can put anything in a vending machine.
Oh,
You just
that's
get like a
true,
regular
yeah.
one that holds snacks and whatnots, and you're just filling it with dime bags instead.
The difference is that when it gets stuck, the person buying goes,
Yeah.
You sit there and you shake the hell out.
it's all good, man.
Yeah.
Give me my pot.
Yeah, it's actually smart because then you're also getting B12 and B11 because you get the chips and you get the weed.
That is brilliant.
Very nice.
That is brilliant. Swedish EV company ships cars and parts IKEA style. Well, that's gotta
Put it together
suck.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No instructions.
Biggest model ever.
Texas A&M baseball player shot by stray bullet during game.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow.
Damn. There you are, just minding your own business, trying to do your job. And then you got to worry about hoodlums doing drive-bys and getting caught by stray.
Yeah.
Or guys shooting at people turning around in their driveway.
Nude man illegally enters victim's home while on shrooms.
That's not surprising.
That all feels on brand. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Whatever. Massachusetts town is spending $20,000 on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle manhole covers,
Cool.
not underoos. It's a different kind of manhole cover.
they must have hey, we got all this surplus money. What about the roads? What about the schools? What about homeless people? What about people in poverty? What about putting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle manholes? Ooh,
Yeah.
all in favor?
Hi. Yeah.
Man drilled hole in his own skull to stay constantly high.
Dude. No. No. I like to get medicated with the rest of them, but I'm not going to drill a hole in my head just so I can keep that buzz going for the rest of my time.
Now, there is something you can do. It's called a port. When they want to give medicine a certain way, that goes through like by your shoulder and goes in and puts it like almost like right into your heart, right?
Yeah.
I could understand maybe that because you want to just get high faster and stay like a constant drip.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the skull part is.
No.
Yeah,
And
I
after his first dude, I didn't know if he was going to say no or sign me up.
Dude, no. Dude, sign me up. Yeah, no, you're right, Lindsay.
Put it on the wheel.
OnlyFans model employs her brother and mother, calling it a family business.
I mean, the work you have to do for people, from my understanding, that have an OnlyFans that are really successful is there's a ton of marketing that goes into it.
Mhm.
You post to Reddit, trying to get people to link. You have an Instagram page you have to manage. You have videos that need to be edited,
Right.
money that needs to be managed, right? So it isn't just, it isn't as adolescent as it sounds.
Yes,
Right. It
that
sounds
is
like
true.
mom and brother are making videos with the lady, whatever.
Right. They're not like, nah, could you move your leg, sis?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
She may do that. He may edit. Ew.
Yeah, right.
That's,
Ew.
It's a close family, man.
Hey, listen, if you have the adage of like, I don't care if you're a whore, you be the best whore you can possibly be.
right. Honey, I taught you better than that.
We raise winners in this house.
Right.
You be a good whore.
Right.
A phallus-shaped iceberg collapses outside Conception Bay.
Dude, the name of this is so fantastic. Dilberg Island, Dildo. It's some
Awesome.
crazy name. It's escaped me at the moment, but it's a fantastic visual.
Yeah, the picture of the iceberg is amazing. It's just a giant schlong floating through the ocean.
Exactly the thing my wife says when I'm on vacation. Searches for VPN soar in Utah amidst Pornhub blockage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't say.
Right. Cop narrowly survives as car speeds toward him well over 120 miles per hour.
That's got to be scary.
I don't know if it's this one. So it's a teenage driver and he is speeding and he loses control. He goes sideways, drifts through the median, Gimpy, and the officer is on the passenger side by the guardrail talking to this person he's pulled over, and he sees it and he's running away.
Right.
And it misses the car and misses the officer just barely, like it dings him and knocks him down. And he could walk away and went to the hospital, but he's fine. And like statistically, for it to miss the car and the officer is crazy.
It's impressive.
Yes.
Very impressive.
Yeah. Move over, which that isn't this, but still move over when you see emergency vehicles on the side of the road.
Yeah. And maybe
And
not
semis.
do 120.
My aunt was
Calm down over there.
my aunt lived in New Jersey and she was driving on the highway and a car coming in the opposite direction. The man had a seizure behind the wheel and he was driving over 85 miles per hour, but his car jumped the median and landed on top of my aunt's vehicle.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, and smashed it. And she had a Nissan, whatever the sedan was, and landed right on top of her car. And she survived. I'm not sure if he survived or not.
Did she have any injuries?
She did have I think a broken shoulder or broken collarbone. But yeah, I mean, she was lucky to be alive. Definitely.
That's a crazy story.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she saw it coming at her, obviously, but it was like out of nowhere, and it happened so fast, very fast.
Does she still live in New Jersey?
No, she's since passed away, but
I was hoping we could
Yeah.
get to the bottom of the pasta situation
right.
from yesterday, but
right,
Yeah. You have her go investigate, sure.
yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
On me, right? American Airlines mechanic tried to smuggle $300,000 worth of cocaine beneath the cockpit. Yeah. They'll never suspect it under here.
You check
Right.
the workers, man, every time.
Mhm.
Who has access to this area? Those people.
Mhm.
Whose blow is this? His.
Denver residents could earn $1,000 masturbating as part of an orgasm advisory job. Not hand.
All right. I'd do it.
Well, how little would you do? Like how little does it have to be?
Yeah, right.
Last one, Lindsay.
Woman says her neighbors dumps buckets of their feces in her yard.
That's just nasty. What did she do to piss off those people?
Why that neighbor?
Uh-huh.
Like I would go to the other side and be like, hey, are you getting buckets of fluid over the fence?
Buckets.
You're just minding your own business, having a backyard barbecue. Squish.
It's always muddy as this. Broken.
Ew.
You don't go knock on the door for that.
No.
No, that's definitely call the police.
You got to
and let
call
them
the
handle it.
authorities. These people clearly have no boundaries.
No, if they're throwing duty over the fence like it ain't nothing,
Buckets.
buckets of duty.
Buckets.
How full does the bucket get before you worry about emptying it? I'm not a wait to the last minute guy.
You gotta like have at least a good 3-inch gap at the top to account for some slosh when you're
3/4.
carrying it.
3/4.
You think so? 3/4 full?
You cannot trust the handle of a bucket
Boy, ain't
when it's
that
full.
The truth. Ain't that
Oh,
the
good
truth? And that's the
point.
last thing you need is that handle to break off.
And are you like, no, I buy hefty buckets.
Yeah.
I don't cinch. Except you're not paying for indoor plumbing stuff, dude.
Right.
And also, how many times does it happen before you call the police?
For me personally?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
one
that.
Time.
I don't know, because I'm going to need some verification. Because I'm not just going to automatically assume my neighbor's like over the fence,
Yeah.
right?
Where else did the poop
I'm
come
going to have to
from?
set up a camera. I'm going to need some sort of validation before I just go start pointing fingers at the slingers.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Court says that stealing a leaf blower out of an open garage isn't burglary.
The hell it's not.
It's open.
So that's still you're coming onto my property.
Yeah, but I may be breaking a threshold, but I'm not opening a door.
Right.
It's not like your car being unlocked.
Wow. But I didn't invite you into my garage.
Yeah, you also didn't secure your property.
Wow. That is nuts.
I could see. I don't think it should be that way, but I could see that being the argument.
I can't tell you how it went because I read the story.
Ugh.
Man caught performing sexual acts in an alley on a seagull. All these stories are on our Facebook page at facebook.com/BMMS69. We want to know from you. Right? What's something a man isn't ready to hear? A case of Coors and a pair of tickets to see Neil deGrasse Tyson at the Cox Convention Center next Tuesday. BMMS and what's something a man isn't ready to hear to the phone number 82945.
Tulsa's morning show.
Luigi's in Skytook. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. It's not like I go to Zio's and I order one of everything.
Right.
Right. I worked there after college and their 5-cheese pasta, adding chicken to it was so good.
Yeah.
Their spinach artichoke dip, which isn't Italian, whatever, but it was so good.
Mm-hmm. I just like the brown paper on the tables that give you crayons.
The
you can draw.
cannoli, yeah, I know how to write my name upside down. Cannoli, with the Alfredo and the chicken stuff, so good there.
I'll give you that. I'll give you the Italian dish, the cannoli. That's delicious just because it's cheese and powdered sugar.
No. That's the dessert.
I know.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
That's the only Italian food that I really, 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 really like is a good old cannoli.
We haven't gotten to the real one. Pizza.
I've said it before, and y'all thought I was crazy.
1 to 10.
1 to 10, a pizza. That's
10.
going to be a 3 for me. So low on the scale, man.
Lindsay.
10.
Yeah.
Always.
Pretty much all those except peppers and onions that we've mentioned are about anywhere between an 8 and a 10 for me.
Really?
See, I love peppers and onions. I don't love the heartburn, but man, it's almost worth the heartburn for me.
A good bolognese pasta.
Well, Italian food. They are the Beatles for me.
A nice short
food.
short rib braised ragu.
Ragu, the sauce in a jar.
So it's just no. So good. I'm telling you, man, Italian food.
I like Young Sheldon way more than the Big Bang Theory.
If you ever say that again, I'm going to call the HR department.
Why? Big Bang Theory is a giant turd.
That's the most offensive thing I think I've ever heard you
Young
say.
Sheldon it's not the greatest, but it's better than Big Bang Theory.
I am so disappointed in you right now. You've done some things that are pretty crazy, and this might be the most disappointing thing I've ever heard you say.
He was the executive producer of Cowboys and Aliens.
I feel like you and I run in succession on a lot of things, but this Young Sheldon thing has got me twisted.
Have you ever watched an episode?
I've watched enough to go, no.
If I gun to my head, you got to choose one, Young Sheldon or Big Bang Theory. I'm going to choose Young Sheldon, man.
No, I'm still a no. I'll pick Big Bang.
Just shoot. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of the girl. She's so hot.
Yeah, but
Kaylee Cuoco.
But everything else about that show negates her hotness.
I can turn it down.
It doesn't matter. You still got all those other
Doesn't
dorks.
matter.
David from Roseanne and, the old Sheldon. And I'm just like, yeah.
Her and David are the best characters on that show.
I'll give you that. But for the most part, the show is.
By the way, there's some people right now just so twisted up. I didn't pick the Bazing guy or whatever.
Whatever
I
his
don't
name
even know
is.
his name.
I never watched either one of those.
I find that shocking.
Yeah. I pick Roseanne over either one of those.
I figured
Well,
you would
shows.
be in that market there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think you're off a couple decades with Roseanne.
No, or the Connors. I'll watch the Connors over.
Again,
Either
I think the
one.
Connors came way late, like almost at the very end
Oh,
Yeah.
the Big Bang?
of Big Bang. Yeah.
Okay.
And the other one that she was on with John Ritter. yeah.
Parents?
No.
Rules dating my teenage
Yes,
daughter, something
yes.
like that. 16
Nice.
rules to dating my teenage daughter
Yes.
or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Had Peggy Bundy in it as well.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know that show either.
Yeah, that one was good. Because she played the blonde daughter that you like from
Yeah.
Big Bang. She played his daughter on that.
8 Simple Rules was the
Yes,
name
that
of
was
it.
it.
He
And,
doubled it.
I had to check it. That was a good
16.
series. That was a good
36
series.
rules.
It was.
How many rules you need to date your teenage daughter
Yeah.
is, arbitrary. This guy
Infinite.
needed 8. I need like 32.
Eight. What were the rules of the show for dating the
I
daughter?
don't think they ever said.
I don't either.
Oh, come
I
on.
don't think they ever said.
Come on.
No, I don't think they ever did.
There had to have been. There had to have been rules, right?
Surely. All right. Here we go. All right.
That you found it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it had to have been
There
widely
actually
known.
were.
There's a wiki here, so give me just a minute
Okay.
because it says something like bring her home before midnight or something like that.
To me, if you name a show that, it's gotta. There better be at some point you play that out,
Mm.
right?
Right.
Smallville, the TV show Smallville took place
All right.
in Smallville, right?
Sure.
Roseanne, it was about Roseanne,
Mm.
right? They had to rename it the Connors because Roseanne wasn't on it anymore.
right.
Like, you can't get in here, you racist bitch. All right, so here's the rules. 8 simple rules for dating my teenage daughter.
From the
Use-
show.
From the show.
Okay.
Use your hands on my daughter and you'll lose them after. That's rule number 1.
John Ritter is hardly that guy.
Right?
Really.
He might be the nicest character ever on any show, ever.
But that's what they want us to believe.
I think only
What?
one time he played a character that was really bad, evil.
Okay.
He mostly was the good golly G guy.
Wow, even on Problem Child, he was
Yeah.
a good dad.
Yeah.
Was.
He was like he could have been on the SNL. Like he was a what do they call it when a comedian they like hurt themselves and stuff like that? He's that type of comedian.
Okay. Like Chris Farley was,
Chris
where
Farley,
he'd
yeah.
fall over on tables and it wouldn't bother him any at all.
Yeah.
But that's what they want you to believe. Maybe deep down inside, he's really just a mean
Sure,
asshole.
who he is off screen is yeah, but we're talking about the character.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. The character is like, oh, we're such a nice guy or whatever, 99% of the time, but you get that 1% that's never shown.
But
you know,
it's kind of like when Kevin Hart threatens you, you go, come on, man.
Yeah.
You don't know he's this badass muscle guy.
Right.
Right?
All right. So number 2, you make her cry, I make you cry.
Again, not on brand with John Ritter.
Number 3, safe sex is a myth. Anything you try will be hazardous to your health.
That's just bad parenting. That's just, I mean, they're going to have sex, right? So now you're turning them away from practicing safe sex.
Right now they're going to do it just to spite you,
Yeah.
Dad.
Well, it's not safe.
He's going to raw dog it just to spite your dad.
God, that word is so awesome. I hate it and love it at the same time.
All right. So number 4, you're looking at bring her home late. there's no next date. Notice how everything rhymes with these rules.
Mhm.
That's on John Ritter brand.
Yeah. Number 5, if you pull into my driveway and honk, you better be dropping off a package because you're sure not picking up anything else.
Who delivers stuff to your house? Who delivers stuff in honks?
I don't know.
No one,
Usually they
UPS?
knock on the
No,
door,
no one.
ring a doorbell.
For us,
something like
DoorDash?
Right.
Domino's in the time like that? No, that's not a
Sure.
thing.
that. It says alternative rule number 5, only delivery men honk, dates ring the doorbell once. That was his alternative to the number 5. the
Okay.
honking away.
Oh, okay.
All right, so number 6, no complaining while you're waiting for her. If you're bored, change my oil. Change, not check.
Mm.
I don't know. If you know who John Ritter was, he might mean
You know, he
Something
did play a
completely
little
different.
fruity fruit on Three's Company.
Bored?
At least to Mr. Furley, Mr. Roper, he
They
was supposed to be.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Number 7, if your pants hang off your hips, I'll gladly secure them with my staple gun.
Mm.
What a
Yes.
dick.
assault.
Right.
Yeah.
Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. We are going to get to our friggin' A Friday, but first we got to do Balls to the Wall Sports.
So yesterday's Tulsa Drillers game with the San Antonio Missions was rained out. The game will now be played today as part of a doubleheader. The first game of the doubleheader will begin at 5:05, with the second game starting 30 minutes after the conclusion of game 1, no earlier than 7:05. Each game scheduled to be 7 innings.
Yeah.
Stadium gates will open at 4:30 today, with a fireworks show taking place after the second game.
So if you're a baseball hound, like that's a lot of baseball
Yes.
on a beautiful afternoon.
Absolutely.
And don't forget they do the happy hour for 30
Mhm.
minutes after gates open.
Yep.
You could have a nice afternoon at the ballpark,
Yep.
all in the name of watching your Tulsa Drillers play.
Right?
That doesn't suck at all.
Nope. And Thursday's Star Wars promotion and the t-shirt giveaway will be rescheduled for Thursday, May 25th.
Okay.
Yep.
So you planning to go out there? They'll be doing it on May 25th, which is the Thursday of Memorial Day, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken.
So
Memorial Day
enjoy-
weekend.
Enjoy that.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's your balls to the walls.
Hold on. Do you have,
Oh.
for those, we're stalling here. Go ahead. Do you have another one you can go to?
Sure.
Yeah.
The Milwaukee Bucks are moving on from their head coach. ESPN reports that Mike Budenholzer was fired on Thursday. The Bucks owned the top overall seed in the NBA heading into the playoffs, but lost in the first round to the 8th seeded Miami Heat in 5 games. The coach spent 5 seasons in Milwaukee and compiled a 271 and 120 regular season record. However, his playoff record was 39 and 26. Budenholzer led the Bucks to a 2021 NBA title and received a 3-year contract extension that offseason.
Listen to his finishes since 2018, 2019. First, third, first, and fired.
That's not a horrible
No,
record at all.
no, but if he can't close the book,
Yeah.
then he's got to go.
You out.
Yeah, damn. Taking a gamble, bringing someone in and not being able to close the deal.
Mhm.
Damn.
That's your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
All right, Friggin' A Friday. Friggin'. A little backwards day, but that's all right. Marissa is on. Hi, Marissa. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Marissa, what's something a man isn't ready to hear?
Go to therapy. It's okay to go to therapy. It's not a bad thing. Just go do it. You might learn something.
No. I just take my emotions and my friend Jack and Jose, we push them down.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Go ahead, Gimpy. Tell her exactly what she's getting.
Well, no man ever wants to hear that. So here's a case of curves and a pair of tickets to see the smartest man in the world, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Back to you, Corbin.
This isn't some weird solicitation for your therapy business, is it, Marissa?
No, I do not have a therapy business.
Oh, okay. All right. Hang on the line so Gimpy can get your info. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We want to know from you what's something that a man isn't ready to hear. BMMS and what that is to 82945. We're going to give away beer every hour for Friggin' A Friday.
Best to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great taste, 96 calories. More of the Big Man Morning Show with
Florida, Colorado, Oregon, Idaho, California.
Yeah, I kind of guess that makes sense. I mean, if you're killing people, the bodies are going to start stacking up in your hometown. All right. So it's like, let's move around, try to just not to get caught, sort of thing.
Yes, but again, that's a myth that they mostly happen
in
a concentrated area.
Mm.
Fifth myth: all serial killers are either mentally ill or or evil geniuses.
Okay.
Think of like Dr. Hannibal Lecter. These stereotypes are not accurate. Instead, serial killers are much more likely to exhibit antisocial personality disorders such as sociopathy or psychopathy, which are not considered to be mental illness by the American Psychiatric Association. An examination of psychopathy and sociopathy and a discussion of the powerful connection between antisocial personality disorders and serial homicide is in a book that you can read more about that. I'm not going to think about like 7, like you think he's antisocial. That makes sense.
I had a creepy, weird guy in the back.
Yeah.
Murders cats on the weekends because he's got nothing better to do.
So if it's not a mental illness, then you would be able to stand a trial.
It's not a mental illness recognized.
Okay.
The wording there is really important.
Yeah.
It's not a mental illness recognized by the American Psychiatric Association, which probably goes to what you're saying. Right.
Yeah.
Because if I say you're a psychopath, that seems okay, apparently.
Right. You say I'm a serial killer. Like, no.
Right.
Never.
So we'll find out more about this guy as the story comes out. But for them to enter, like, they were following him. They had a guy that thought was a suspect. They were following him. And they're like, hey, wait a minute. Is he got to go? We got to go now.
Man.
Officer, Sergeant, we got to go. We got to go. What's happening? You're just supposed to watch him. No, man, he's got a mask and a gun. We think he's going to kill right now.
Well, it would suck if they, got the wrong person. And it was just some guy,
it's possible
dressing up for like a early Halloween party or
a prank or something.
A prank or something like that. And
it's kind of a weird prank to put a gun in your pocket.
No kidding.
It is California, and there are serial killers on the loose, Corbin.
Sure. How crazy would it be if they didn't catch him, but this was a different serial killer?
Oh my God, right? Totally caught a different killer by accident.
They didn't know.
Meanwhile, he still got this guy over here.
Right.
So we'll find out in the next couple of weeks.
Right. They have to quell nervousness. So can you, they would have to come out and go, we didn't get him. This isn't the guy. Dude.
Oh my God.
Whoof. People would lose their ass.
Oh yeah.
They would get overly anxious.
Yeah. Because just when you thought there was one roaming around, we'll come to find out now you got 2 of them roaming around.
Or if it's
and you got one and this other one's still on the loose. Well, how many goddamn serial killers are out there just roaming around?
Or they announced that he can go. He can go free.
Right. Yeah.
What if you were wrong in that guy and it was not, he's not a serial killer. Or, oh my gosh, he is a serial killer. And you're like, I know him. We got in an argument over the rice-a-roni.
I consider myself lucky then.
He comes into my diner. I serve him coffee every day.
Totally going to be those people. I love useless information.
Oh, yeah.
I'm constantly on the hunt for it. And the amount of useless things I cultivate and put to the side and never use is endless. And then when it's time to recall it, I'm like, I know a thing. So these are some of those. I don't know. Have you ever been to the park and fed the ducks or the geese or whatever?
Yeah.
What do you take?
Bread, crackers, or
right?
whatever's left over in the pantry about to expire.
Sour cream and onion chips or bugles or whatever.
Well, apparently giving bread to ducks is really bad for them because it ruins their digestive system.
Yeah.
So you're killing ducks.
Like, I don't care.
So now when you go and you see that, just laugh that those people are killing ducks. So this one's a little deep, so bear with me. Control, Shift, and T will restore an accidentally closed tab. So if you've ever been on your computer and a tab closes, Control, Shift, and T will bring that tab back.
Well, that's fun.
And Control, Alt, Shift, T will bring back a window you accidentally closed.
That's a lot to be pressing at one time.
For you, yes.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Well, that's fun to know because there's been plenty of times that
Yes.
I'll just be buzzing around and accidentally hit the X button and it closes everything. And I'm like, God damn it. I
Yeah.
got to start all over again. Okay. Control Shift T.
Yeah. I mean, if you close the program,
Right.
you're probably out of luck.
Mhm.
But this one I learned not too long ago. But antiperspirant and deodorant are not the same thing.
Mhm.
Antiperspirant stops you from sweating. Deodorant covers up the smell of sweating.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer?
I don't wear it.
At all?
Right.
You Mr. Stinky Pits all day, every day, huh?
I mean, I don't stink.
Okay. I guess it helps to do something.
I don't stink.
Even after when you're rolling around. at
No, I
the,
mean, if I'm like doing yard work or,
right.
Sweating it up, yes, of course.
I have to put deodorant on every day. And if I don't, because there's been times that I forget, I've had to go and buy a small little travel size stick for here because I'm like, I feel weird. I feel weird without any on. And then I feel like I can smell it.
Mhm.
Do you shave your armpit hair?
I trim. I don't shave.
Right.
Yeah.
that.
I don't shave bald down like a lady or whatever, but yeah, I knock that
Some.
stuff down. But yeah, that seems to be a trend nowadays where ladies are letting it grow out like man length armpit hairs and like dyeing it or just letting it be.
Dyeing it.
Uh-huh. And I find that the most disgusting thing ever.
I don't think that's common.
I don't think it is either. I think maybe it's like a handful of people.
Okay.
Some people are doing it.
Mm.
I didn't learn until like in my 40s to
Mhm.
trim my armpit hair.
Oh, absolutely. You have to. You get all poking out like you got
Yeah.
buckwheat in a headlock.
No
and
one
it-
ever told me.
Or shave down yonder.
I've talked about that.
Trim that as well. You stinking ass.
Yeah,
you
it looks like
old
an
musty-
abandoned house. Yeah.
Blech.
Humans do use 100% of their brain.
What? I mean,
It's a
that
myth that
special pill?
it's a myth that you use only 10%. Your brain can't handle walking and using your smartphone at the same time.
You can't handle walking, and I do it
Nope.
every day.
Your brain can't handle walking and using your smartphone at the same time.
Huh.
This says each activity uses the same cognitive functions. So you can be walking along, looking at Twitter, and not notice that the moving object coming toward you is a car.
Yeah, because you got your face buried in the phone. Pay attention. Look up every
But
now
you
and
can
again.
talk on the phone
Yeah.
and do it, right?
If you're
Uh,
looking ahead.
the one who walks straight into a passerby because we're busy texting. Try not to be that person because your brain can't handle it.
I guess it makes sense. I always chalked it up to just dirt not looking, not paying attention because you're busy looking at your phone.
Yeah, you're not paying attention because you can't.
Mhm.
Right.
Remember the limits of 3 in human endurance. You can go 3 minutes without air,
Mhm.
3 hours in extreme conditions without shelter,
Wow.
3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. Assuming you're breathing, then your priorities in a survival situation are shelter, water, food, in that order,
Interesting.
which explains why Naked and Afraid is only 21 days.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because you might be doing a 21-day starvation. Have you watched some of those specials about people that do deep water diving and how long they hold their air?
Well, I know they can hold it for a damn long time. Very impressive.
It's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. Harley Days of May. Scott Colford of Wagner heard the cue and is now qualified for a chance to win a 100th anniversary Harley Davidson Dyna Wide Glide from Steel Horse Motorcycles, which is located inside Oklahoma Outdoor World, just off Route 66 in Sapulpa. Qualify every hour with us and throughout the day as well from Steel Horse Motorcycles and 97.5 KMOD. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Corbin. You know, if you won $1,000, that could buy you a lot of tacos and tequila on this Cinco de Mayo. You've got 9 chances to score $1,000 while you work throughout the workday. Hear that keyword between 9 and 5 and enter it online at KMOD.com.
Good morning, Gimpy.
Good morning, Corbin. Rocklahoma Labor Day weekend prior, you say, just released the daily lineup. Find that at KMOD.com.
And we are doing Friggin' A Friday like we've been doing for decades. What's something a man isn't ready to hear? See, last week did a woman. So this week it's what is a man not ready to hear. We're equal.
Yes.
To a degree. So what's something a man isn't ready to hear? BMMS and what that is to 82945. A case occurs in a pair of tickets to see Neil deGrasse Tyson at the Cox Convention Center next Tuesday. Lindsay, what's something your man isn't ready to hear?
Should I just come out with it or should I paint the picture first?
I don't know.
I think that if a man meets a woman, takes her home, he's not ready to hear, I have a penis too.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a surprise
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the night.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I think that would be the number one thing a man isn't prepared to hear.
Do they tell you, or do you just find out on your own one way or the other? That's the question there. I don't know.
I think that they would tell you unless they didn't want to get punched, probably. I don't know. I feel like that would be a reaction if they found out on their own.
If you react with a punch.
Uh-huh.
That's a hate crime.
Yeah.
First of all, yeah, it's a hate crime at that point. But also, why?
Wouldn't they be obligated to tell them? I don't know.
Have you always told a man that you have a vagina?
Or did they find out on their own?
No, good point. Yeah, they found out on their own. Yeah.
Surprise! I'm an anteater.
Yeah, I don't disagree with what you're saying, Lindsay.
Do me real good.
Do you think a woman would be surprised to find out someone she took home who she thought was a man? Okay, so it's not gender exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a total shocker.
Well, I mean, that's, a different story, but yeah.
I kind of thought when we picked this topic,
Mm-hmm.
you would apply it to you, like you. It's fine. That was an assumption on my
I've
part.
I've never had to break a surprise like that.
No kidding.
When I told Kevin I was pregnant the first time, we were trying. He wasn't really surprised the second time because, I mean, I guess he was surprised, but he was prepared for it. So
I think you misunderstood the homework assignment, but that's okay.
no,
I mean, she has a point.
Sure. Sure.
But you just don't find that point until you get home.
that's right. And you weren't prepared for that. You were prepared for something else. Definitely not that.
What's something a man isn't ready to hear? Gimpy?
Jeez. Oh, geez. I got to follow that one, huh? I'm going to say that a man is not ready or not prepared to hear from his woman, let me call my dad to come help you.
Ooh.
Let me call. No way. If I need help, I'll decide when I need help. And if I do, I'll call my dad or whomever. Or if my dad's not around and I have a good enough relationship with your dad, then I will make that phone call. I will be the one to determine who and when I get the help if I need it.
Yeah.
I don't know, Lindsay. I don't think you can take any real estate on this.
Why is that?
Good one.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Most men are dramatically insecure.
Ego crushing right there. No, I can do it. I don't need any help. And when you finally break down, you're like, okay, I need some help on this one. You sure as hell ain't going to let her call her. Hey, Dad.
Isn't that fascinating? Because even like in war, if you need help over the wall, you go, hey, help me up over the wall.
Yeah.
But in life, you're like, no, I will go down in the flames.
I can change the brakes, I promise. Or whatever it is. I can
My
hang
dad's a
this door.
mechanic.
Yeah, I'm sure he's really good. No way. No way.
Yeah. I'm trying to think when my first marriage, she did that and was like, call my dad to come help. And I was like, sweet.
Right. Okay. Saves you from having to do a little bit of
Stress,
trouble.
pressure,
Sure.
anxiety.
Sure.
And my current father-in-law, we help each other all the time. So it doesn't feel like it would be awkward at all. Since the beginning, it's always been that way. So
on. I guess if you've got that good relationship, but either way, man, it's like, nah, I got this. I can handle it. Don't worry. Maybe that's just me. Who knows?
Yeah. Have you ever stood your ground, Gimpy, when someone was like, hey, my dad or whatever can go? And you're like, no.
Absolutely. 100%. Until the very end. It may take me 6 days and I may have to assemble a crew of people that's not your dad to come and help me out. But we'll get it. Don't worry.
Right. Anyone but your dad.
Right. Absolutely. I'm going to have this guy come over here and show me how it's done. How demasculating is that, huh?
See, and I think guys make a giant mistake doing that. Do you understand how many points you win with the father-in-law by letting them come do that?
I guess. But
because that's the whole thing, right? Like you feel like you're not going to be needed anymore for your baby girl.
Right.
But if this exists, then you're like, oh, thank goodness. I can still play that hero for her occasionally.
Right. How often is the dad going to call you for help? You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things like,
well,
hey,
it doesn't have to be even. It's not a game.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's not a scorecard.
Yeah, it is. Life is nothing but a scorecard, man.
My mom's parents were a lot older, so as they aged, they called and relied on my dad for a lot of stuff.
Totally.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, no, it swings. Yeah.
Yeah. And that made my dad feel really good.
Sure.
You know, he was happy to help them.
Yes.
So, yeah, and honestly, I don't think my dad ever called him for anything, but whatever. They were fine with that. I think my dad or my grandfather was probably happy to be like, here, take her,
Yeah. Or they were just so old. They were like, yeah, I could help you, but have you seen Zootopia with the sloths?
Right.
Let me get that for you.
Exactly.
Today. We want to know what's something a man isn't ready to hear. Case of Coors and a pair of tickets to see Neil deGrasse Tyson at the Cox Convention Center. Get your answer to us because we're going to give away some beer coming up. Shut up.
Okay.
Something a man isn't ready to hear. Shut up. Nobody, me included, ain't nobody want to hear from you.
But I got things to say. Come on.
Doesn't need to be said by you. Doesn't need to be said right now. Doesn't need to be said at all. Shut up.
It's just bottling up. It needs to come out.
Shut up.
Fine, I'll go tell my therapist.
Let the others talk. That's a tough one, right? I know for me, paid to talk,
right,
to then suddenly be like, don't talk, is a giant challenge.
I think it's a man's need to be in control. Does that make sense? Have to control everything.
Yeah,
be
perhaps.
the one that handles everything because we are born leaders. Yeah.
Tell me where the king bee is and tell me that's the idea that is just an ego thing. That you should lead because you are a man.
Yes. I told you earlier, man, tiny, feeble hands.
Right. Right. They can't even hold a door for themselves.
No.
But yet let them go through the doorway first for danger.
Absolutely. You're taking the first bullet, Becky.
Yes.
Not me.
Yeah. But being told to not talk, right? Giving your opinion daily for 4 hours, and then suddenly your opinion isn't. Imagine being a chef.
And
then other people were like, no, don't cook.
Good, but that's what to do.
Yeah, like that is not how you stir gravy.
Right.
I don't know why I picked that.
It's awfully weird. I mean,
what else do you stir? Sauce there.
Yeah, sure. Could have literally picked any food out there, but you went with the gravy.
Yeah. So, some a man isn't ready to hear?
Mhm.
Shut up, or I have a penis, apparently.
Mhm.
Sure. Absolutely. We want to know from you, what's something a man isn't ready to hear? A case of Coors and a pair of tickets to see Neil deGrasse Tyson at the Cox Convention Center next Tuesday. BMMS and what that is to 82945. Who have called the people to save their life. Go, yo, man,
Yeah.
do your job. Like, do you
You're not
get into it?
satisfied.
Well, of course not. But do you get into an aggressive confrontation over the
You assume that they're doing their job right.
I think so, right?
You would just be like, well, I guess Tom's dead. They said he's dead. I got to take your word for it.
Did they put the thing on the finger
Mhm.
and it didn't make any noise? And they were like, yeah, I put new batteries in it yesterday.
Right.
Right.
Well, my thing was, if they are an ambulance, and why weren't they taking the body themselves?
Ambulances don't take bodies.
Oh,
They transport to the hospital
okay. Why weren't they doing that then?
because they said it was dead.
It just all seems so weird. Like,
When a body's dead,
Yeah.
they don't take it to the hospital.
I beg to differ. They took my mom to the hospital.
Did they?
St. John's.
But were they trying to save her on the
No,
way?
she was already dead. She was dead. Dead.
The two experiences
Dead.
that I have had with dead
Mhm.
people
Mhm.
who have died in the home,
Yeah.
the ambulance comes, they don't take the body.
Yeah, when my mom died, I got the call. We was on 21st, and they lived on 21st and Sheridan. Anyhow, so I get to the house, and the ambulance is backed up in the driveway, and they got her on the gurney, putting her in the back of the ambulance, taking her to the hospital. She's already pronounced dead.
It feels like an extra trip to take them to the hospital.
I don't know.
well, that's where the morgue.
It's not at the hospital. The hospital has a morgue.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know how it works out.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with my dad too. My dad died at the house, and they picked him up, took
Hmm.
him to the hospital, and that's where we got to say our final goodbyes.
Yeah,
So,
and
mhm.
I don't know. It's like, do you check? Maybe they check the ID. It's like, are they a organ donor? Maybe that's why you take the body to the hospital. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how that works out.
And so, again, I'm not an EMT. So,
Mhm.
like, you're an EMT, they die, you go, all right, where's their wallet? I got to check their ID
Mhm.
to see if they're an organ donor. How does that work?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you let the people at the hospital deal with it. Like, we're just here to drop the body off. Y'all figure it out.
And is there a code like they call in? Like, do they do lights if they're taking a dead body to the hospital? Do they run code to the hospital?
Right, lights and sirens and the whole nine.
Yeah,
Mm,
I would think not. It's
Probably
not an
not.
emergency.
Right.
exactly.
But if they're an organ donor, time is of the essence on those things.
Uh-huh.
Right.
They have a shelf life.
Man busted with a ton of child porn. So police in Florida,
Was he a cross-dresser?
you should see the mugshot. It's a doozy. Police got a tip in January about some child sexual abuse material being uploaded to the internet at this address.
It's the
So
Crypt Keeper.
they check it out, and that's where they come. They find a 17-year-old Paul Zytel at his home. They searched the house. They found more than 220,000 printed images, weighing in at 2,600 pounds. This cat had a literal ton of child porn
Wow.
strode throughout his house in boxes on boxes on boxes in his garage, or excuse me, in his office and in his bedroom. Obviously, they arrested the guy. He's in on a $250,000 bond.
It's Herbert.
You boys like pop
It's Herbert
strippers?
from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Herbert the pervert.
You can take your shirt off if you want to.
Attorney accused of stealing settlements to cover drugs and porn.
Was it child porn?
An attorney suspended by the Florida Supreme Court is accused of taking settlement money from his personal injury clients. Deputies say 44-year-old Christopher Reynolds used the money on items including drugs, prostitutes, ride sharing. I don't know if that's in there. I don't know. And adult websites.
Just to show that he's not a total deviant.
Yeah.
He's responsible.
Yeah.
He takes an Uber when he goes out.
Yeah.
Come on.
Drugs, prostitutes, DoorDash, and adult websites. Drugs, prostitutes, bespoke, adult websites. Why did they throw that in there? It's so weird. Detectives say at least 16 clients lost more than $850,000. They believe there's more victims. He could face as much as 30 years in prison if convicted on all charges.
Damn.
Congratulations. I got good news. I got bad news. What's the good news? We won.
Woohoo!
What's the bad news? Ooh, there's no money left.
Sweet potato cracks 2011 cold case leads to Massachusetts man's arrest.
Is that like the informant's name?
They call me Sweet
No.
Tater.
Hey, man, don't talk to Sweet Potato.
No, the Massachusetts police made a pretty spectacular break.
Oh, don't.
Yeah, Friday, in a decade-old case murder thanks to an actual sweet potato. They arrested the suspect on Friday in a February 27th, 2011 shooting death of Todd Lampley. Cops found the alleged killer's DNA on a sweet potato
Ew.
left at the scene. Yeah.
You don't like sweet potatoes?
No, it's the DNA left on a sweet
Oh.
potato.
Yeah. So
Good Lord, dude.
That's not what they're for.
Davaris Hampton of Mashpee was arraigned Monday in Barnstable
Mashed
District Court.
pea, mashed potatoes.
Mashpee. Yeah. Charges of murder, assault, and battery with a deadly weapon. He's 40 years old. He pled not guilty, was ordered to be held without bail. Police found 3 shell casings, a black cell phone, and a sweet potato with a hole through it at the scene. Investigators reportedly found his DNA on the sweet potato.
Pause.
He used it.
There's only 2 reasons that Sweet Tater has a hole in it.
You don't put holes in potatoes.
You do if you want to stick something in it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. I am not aware, and it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, of any delicacy made with pomme de terre, apples of the earth,
Mm-hmm.
that have a hole in it. Now, twice baked potatoes, sure.
Yeah.
You scoop everything out, make the mashed taters with everything, put it back in,
Mm.
crisp it up, right?
Mhm.
Delicious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's about it. I can't think of another, and I've never seen that done with sweet potatoes. Not that I couldn't. The skin's not as dense as a regular potato.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So picture this. He
Mhm.
holds the potato. My mouse has the potato, or my
Everybody who's watching at
Mhm.
home, yeah.
he used the sweet potato as a silencer.
Yeah. Yeah. Got it from a TV show.
Yes, he sure
Mhm.
did.
Oh.
In court, prosecutors recalled a scene in the hit HBO series The Wire
Right.
when a sweet potato
right.
was used to mask
that
a
show.
gunshot.
I think a sweet potato is the worst potato to use as a silencer
Oh, okay. Say
because
more.
it's weird shape. All right. Most
do have
sweet
weird
taters
shapes,
are
yeah.
oddly shaped. If you want a good tater to silence your pistol, you're going to use like a regular bacon potato, right? Something large, girthy,
No.
No.
not something that's all weird and jagged looking.
Here's why I say a sweet potato makes a great silencer because of its odd shape. They're so weird. Most times you have sort of a skinny side to it and then the wider side to it. So you have kind of like a handle and then the part for the gun to go through.
I would go with the density of the material on the inside of a regular potato, or like a russet.
Finer
A
point
russet,
potatoes.
like,
potato.
is like not. It's not as dense as the interior of a sweet potato.
Mm.
But to me, the amount of work you have to do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be holding the tater up to the gun and then pulling the trigger. I'm afraid something happened and end up blowing a thumb off.
Yes.
I would be drilling a hole
That's
in said
what I'm
tater
saying.
and then
Yeah.
slide it over the barrel.
What? And then you got to make sure you have the right drill bit.
Right.
This feels like a lot. Just take a 2-liter bottle, like he did in The Shooter.
Right. Or an old oil filter. You get that from a lot of zombie video games.
Right.
Mm.
Or maybe sleep on it
And they come back
and then decide if it's still
"Ah,
something you want to go
I
after.
don't want to shoot this person now.
Huh.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whew.
He's
I'm
doing
so
what-
happy that was what you were getting ready to demonstrate.
Uh-huh.
I literally thought I was witnessing someone's last moment on radio. I was like, go ahead, girl. See what you got. We all control our own destiny.
Right.
Why didn't you stop her? Why? You tell me not to intervene.
Right? Here on the Big Man Morning Show, we let them hang themselves.
Yeah.
Woman busted with vagina meth. They started off as a typical traffic stop last week where police had stopped Anthony Peza and his girlfriend Tiffany Chapman. They asked them, hey, y'all got any drugs in the car? And they're like, nah, man, we're good. They're like, all right, well, you're going to have to get out of the car so we can search it. And they're like, okay. So they get out of the car and the deputies start searching the car. Well, in the car, while they're searching, they found all kinds of stuff. They found paraphernalia, baggies, scales. They found another bag that had several different prescription bottles in it with the labels removed, which is not good.
Not like that.
So while they're searching the car, Tiffany's like, hey, I've got meth in my muff. And they're like, huh? And they're like, she's like, yeah, you might want to come get this. So they call a female deputy out.
I believe the audio sounded like this. I think you want to come get this.
So they call a female officer out, and she ends up retrieving 10.8 grams of meth from the woman's box. And glove box. They ended up busting both of them for the same thing. They both got busted for trafficking meth. They both got busted for possession of marijuana and paraphernalia. And they are both sitting in the pokey right now.
I know some of you are thinking, did she get any breaks because she let them know she had illegal contraband inside her muff? Probably not. You're supposed to tell them.
Yeah, because if you go into the jail with it,
oh yeah,
that's an extra charge.
Viral video shows car dealer peeing on woman's ID. This happens in the beautiful state of Wisconsin. Police there are looking into a viral video that appears to show a car dealership urinating on a woman's driver's license. In a Facebook post, the victim said she left her ID at a used car dealership in Kenosha over the weekend. A few hours later, she was home eating cheese and then was horrified to see a video of someone peeing on it making the rounds on social media. It's unclear if anyone will be held accountable. On a positive note, the dealership wants to offer the victim a free car. Yeah. She apparently was trying to buy a car, changed her mind, called and said, I've left my ID. I'll send you $5. When you get the $5, will you mail me my ID?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, yeah, we'll mail it.
Uh-huh.
And then it shows them saying the name and everything, full stream. The video's on our thing, full stream onto this woman's ID. I am no expert in the automotive industry. Lindsay, for sure, in the room is the automotive expert. Her husband works at a dealership. I know Gimpy has worked at a dealership.
Mm-hmm.
So I am by far not the expert. I will, however, say I think their career is over.
Yeah, definitely.
God, I hope so.
Definitely.
If you get to keep your job after pissing on somebody's license, man, there's something wrong with management at that position.
Yeah.
Now I can wrap my head around the idea that they were, they'd worked really hard on the deal and, working on commission and, that's going to put food on the table. And he was just pissed.
Yeah. Unless this customer completely was.
Nope.
No. Hear me.
There's
hear me.
no rational reason why you should be. Hold on. There's no rational reason why anyone should urinate. Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show. I hope that came from a lesbian. We are giving away beer for Friggin' A Friday. What's something a man isn't ready to hear? A case of Coors and a pair of tickets to see Neil deGrasse Tyson at the Cox Convention Center next Tuesday. It better come from a lesbian, right?
I'm assuming that it's a text that came through. I haven't checked it out yet.
Okay. When you read it, you'll know what's up.
Okay, yeah. Uh-huh. Well, I hope so.
But right now, we got to play a game because we got tickets to Aerosmith. We're going to give away at the BOK Center on November 4th. 918-460-KMOD. 918-460-KMOD. We're going to play the numbers game. You got to decide percentages, numbers, or averages. Call up 918-460-KMOD. You'll take on Lindsay. She's going to try and block you. Good morning. You're on the air. What is your name?
Lisa.
Lisa, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Lisa, what category do you want? Numbers, percentages, or averages?
Percentages.
Percentages it is. It's 5 questions from Gimpy. Lisa, just answer them the best that you can. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Lisa, in 2020, Taco Bell made what percent of limited service restaurant chains in the U.S.? Yes. In 2020, Taco Bell made what percent of limited service restaurant chains in the U.S.?
22%.
22, she says. All right, Lisa. In 2020, Chipotle Mexican Grill made up what percent of limited service restaurant chains in the U.S.?
38%.
All righty then, 38%. Hey, Lisa, in 2023, social conversations about Mexican food declined by what percent?
Okay. 12%.
12%. All right, Lisa. What percent of restaurants offer Mexican food on their menu?
46%.
All righty then. Last one here, Lisa. Tacos are the most popular food pairing in Mexican food by what percent?
82%.
82%. All
All
right.
right. Lindsay's going to come back in. Are you a taco person? Do you like eating the tacos, Lisa?
Oh, yeah. They're awesome. I love them.
They are awesome, aren't they? Are you like a
Yes.
sloppy taco eater or are you like very dainty?
No. Sloppy.
Yeah.
Sloppier the better.
Amen, girl. All right, Lindsay. Percentages is the category. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Lindsay, in 2020, Taco Bell made up what percent of limited service restaurant chains in the U.S.?
30%.
All righty then. Lindsay, in 2020, Chipotle Mexican Grill made up what percent of limited service restaurant chains in the U.S.?
26%.
All right, Lindsay. In 2023, social conversations about Mexican food declined by what percent?
9%.
9%. All right, Lindsay. What percent of restaurants offer Mexican food on their menu?
I'll say 48%.
48%. All right. Last one here, Lindsay. Tacos are the most popular food pairing in Mexican food by what percent?
Ooh. 75%.
75.
How do you think she did there, Lisa?
I don't know. It's pretty close. I'm hoping I got her.
All right, let's find out. Gimpy.
All right. When the question was asked in 2020, Taco Bell made up what percent of limited service restaurant chains in the U.S.? Lisa said 22%. Lindsay said 30%. And the answer is 38%.
Lindsay got that one right. So she's up 1-0. She needs 3 total to block you, Lisa, from getting those tickets to see Aerosmith at the BOK Center in November. Tickets go on sale at 10 a.m. this morning. Question 2.
Question 2, in 2020, Chipotle Mexican Grill made up what percent of limited service restaurant chains in the U.S.? Lisa said 38%, and then Lindsay said 26%. And the answer, 16%.
Lindsay got that one right. She's now up 2-0. Question 3.
Question 3, in 2023, social conversations about Mexican food declined by what percent? We need to talk more about Mexican food on the reg. Just saying.
Yeah.
Lindsay said 12%, or excuse me, Lisa said 12%. Lindsay said 9%, and the answer is 17%.
All right. Lisa's on the board. It's 2-1. Lindsay's up.
All right. Question is, what percent of restaurants offer Mexican food on their menu? Lisa said 46%. Lindsay said 48%. And the answer, 47%.
So it's
Oh,
a
my
tie. So
goodness.
it's going to come down to the last question. If Lindsay gets this one right, you don't get the tickets. If you get this one right, Lisa, you will get the tickets on a tie, okay? So it comes down to the last question. 4 tickets to see Aerosmith before they go on sale this morning at 10 a.m. They'll be there with the Black Crows November 4th at the BOK Center. For all the marbles, Gimpy.
It is. Tacos are the most popular food pairing in Mexican food by what percent? That's the question. Lisa said 82%. Lindsay said 75%. And the answer, 50%.
Lindsay got that one right. I'm so sorry,
Dang it.
Lisa. You don't get those tickets. Lindsay was very excited just now that she
I
beat
want
you.
them. I'm
Uh,
sorry.
Wow.
Such a loser.
Thank you so much for playing. Have a great day.
Thank you. You as well.
All right, Lisa,
Bye-bye.
see you later. Man, you got very excited.
She did.
I really want to go to the show too.
Yeah.
It's the one
Except you're not
time
really
I'm
getting the
excited.
tickets.
You
You know
never
that.
know.
Got a button for that one again.
Yeah. We want to know what's something a man isn't ready to hear. A case of Coors and a pair of tickets to see Neil deGrasse Tyson at the Cox Convention Center next Tuesday. Get your text to us. BMMS and what that is to 82945. We're going to give away some beer when we come back.
Lose, so you get nothing. Good day, sir. You get nothing.
That guy out there who's above our property, but nothing's been done about it.
Poopy scoop.
Davis says residents have been dumping dog poop over their balconies and it's landing on the awnings and ultimately on the sidewalks. It was all down doors and everything, she said. I'd go in the front door because I'm not going to put my hands on dog poop.
Scoop-dee-dee whoop.
We're told this is a reoccurring issue over the last year. The resident manager told their local Fox station tenants have been warned not to dump their dog feces over the balcony.
Oh, have they?
When it happens, they say the resident management team has cleaned up the problem. Well, not really,
Poop.
because it's still happening.
I mean, it's got to be one person. It's not a movement.
Right. Well,
I mean, it is a movement. Yeah, thank you. For someone.
Yeah.
Right. But it's not like the entire apartment complex is banding together and be like, we just throw your poop over the balcony and
Yeah.
onto the awning.
Where
Right.
it's happening, put a deer camera up.
It's that easy, man.
Yeah.
Find out who done it. And
Yeah.
they'd be like, hey, pick up your crap.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's gnarly, dude.
Yeah.
I actually I will forgive the occasional I'm not picking up dog poop when you're walking your dog or whatever, right?
Right.
Overall, you should. But
Mhm.
you forget a bag, you're in a rush, whatever.
Mhm.
But this is gnarly, dude. Like you're deliberately, intentionally making it someone else's problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just being lazy.
Yeah.
No, you aren't being lazy. You are taking energy
Right.
and throwing it. You're not picking it up.
Right.
You're going out of your way, opening a door or window, and heaving feces through it.
Well, I think what's probably they're just
Seem
letting
right.
their dog go on their own balcony,
Mhm.
and they don't want to be in on their balcony because that's where they like to go sit and enjoy their coffee or whatever. So they just throw it off their balcony.
I kind of interpreted that there was somebody throwing it because if it was on the balcony, I feel like they could narrow it down to like
Just
a
look up.
few.
Mhm.
And that's possible too. You would think that they would go knocking on the doors like, hey, I know you got a dog in here.
There's no dog.
I
Uh-huh.
just sit there,
Mhm.
make my maintenance guy sit there and film it.
Hmm.
That's what you're doing today.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to catch the poop tosser.
Yeah.
That's your job today, Franklin.
Yeah.
Right. You're going to be the one who's going to be out there all day just waiting for someone to heave
Right.
crap over the edge and get them.
Right.
So wait, I don't have to go mow lawns or paint apartments or go into someone's apartment to fix a water heater, nothing like that.
Nope.
Nope. You're just okay.
Yeah. Except if you've never been on a stakeout,
Oh my God.
it sucks.
It'd be brutal.
You're like,
Right. And
sorry.
by that time, you dozed off. Somebody's done throwing turds back on the balcony, the overhang and whatever. You missed your opportunity. God damn it. I'll be back out here tomorrow to try to catch him. Walt Disney World employee arrested for upskirt videos. So there's a dude, he's 26. His name's Jorge Vega, and he works at the Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities at the Star Wars Galaxy Edge at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Apparently, this cat was caught by another employee taking a video. It was up the skirt of a young 18-year-old woman who was there shopping for lightsabers with her boyfriend. Yeah, he got a girlfriend. Anyhow, that's a different story. So the employee goes and tells the manager. Manager calls the cops. The cops come out and they talk to Jorge. And Jorge's like, yeah, man, I've been doing this for like 6 years. I've got like over 500 videos on my phone. Here, you want to see some? And he ends up sharing some of the videos with the police. Anyhow, the woman The 18-year-old woman had no idea she had been filmed. Old Jorge told the police that he does this because they're hard to find on the internet and that
Oh my
he uses
goodness.
them for gratification.
Hey, he is an entrepreneur.
Yes, he's helping out. He's providing a service.
At Disney, we want go-getters.
Yeah.
Solving problems.
Yeah. Well, Jorge got popped for video voyeurism. That's what he's in trouble
This
for.
story feels familiar. I know it's not the same story, but I feel like we've read a story before about somebody doing this, but it was some other child predator thing or something, but it was like a janitor or somebody in the back.
They say here's not the first time this has happened at the Disney World or whatever. It says back in 2018, Eric King, a Walt Disney World cast member, was caught using his phone in an employee-only men's room at Disney's Animal Kingdom and was charged with video voyeurism. Another member said that he was at the urinal when he noticed that Mr. King was filming him under the nearby bathroom stall.
I'm kicking somebody.
Oh, for sure. And then here's a fun one. Yambao Zhang, a Chinese national. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce his name. He pleaded guilty to voyeurism in 2014 after he took pictures of girls between the ages of 4 and 7 while he was vacationing at the Magic Kingdom.
Listen, I'm sure the Disney jail's awesome. Because that's where I would be going because I am assaulting an MFer.
In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I don't know if they're like, let's say I'm at the urinal, like taking a whiz, and I look down and there's a phone filming me. I'm just going to piss on the phone.
Yeah, my aim's going to get really bad really quick.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, if I find out that you were videoing my little girls, that's a different story.
Cattle with tongues missing found in Texas. It's a bizarre story where authorities are investigating the mysterious deaths of about a half dozen cattle, and they were found with their tongues cut out. Ranchers in Madison County are looking, that's about 100 miles north of Houston. They said they found mutilated remains of 6-year-old longhorn cross cow last week with their tongue cleanly cut and removed. Sheriff's office said it learned about five similar cases in the neighboring counties. There's no signs of struggle. There's no footprints. There's no tracks. And grass around the carcasses wasn't disturbed.
Oh, well, then it had to be aliens then.
Well, of course.
Of course. I don't know, man. They say cow tongue's pretty good. So, I mean, maybe the aliens got, a new taco recipe or something. They're like, hey, we need.
Is it chunga? Is that what chungura?
Fresh cow tongue.
I forget what it's called, but yeah, cow tongue tacos are yummy, yummy, yummy. I like a good tongue taco. I saw yesterday, or maybe it was this morning, that in an interview with Bam Margera's family, he left a crazy message to them, and apparently they played it, and he's on the run.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he admitted it legit. He is on the run, running from
the police.
Yeah, with a girl, her kid, and meth.
Some other girl.
Yeah, some other girl.
Yeah.
We're going to run out of meth eventually, but okay.
And my thing is like, come on, man. What you're facing isn't that crazy. You didn't rob a bank.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like you would be going to prison for a long time.
Right. It was assault, right?
Yeah, yes.
In a sense, yeah.
But it would be knocked down pretty far.
Yeah.
If he even stuck, right?
But the thought of doing time in the big house makes people just zoom.
Yeah, except it probably wouldn't be the big house.
No, it'd be a little house.
Yeah.
County house.
And so like you would probably would help. And you're just like treating it like you're Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah. Right. With a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
That's something Bonnie had. But like you're just running like, come on, don't do this.
He's going to get caught up. He is too recognizable to not be caught up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? If we were here, let's say we're having lunch at Sam's Southern Eatery, and Bam sitting there eating some of that delicious fried shrimp or whatever.
It's funny you bring that up because Lindsay and I just this morning, my wife flew out of town yesterday for some work. Call it friggin' a Friday. I know I'm a weak beta, but God, I couldn't even get paper off the table.
You have little feeble hands.
What's something a man isn't ready to hear? BMMS and what that is to 82945. Case of Kurz and a pair of tickets to see Neil deGrasse Tyson at the Cox Convention Center next Tuesday. Let's go to Brian is on the line. Hi, Brian. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good. Brian, what's something a man isn't ready to hear?
Well, a man isn't ready to hear when he goes to the bar and picks up a woman and takes her home and then finds out that it's his sister.
Well, that would slow things down a little bit.
How would one find out once they get home that it's your sister? Like equal birthmarks or what?
No, I think it'd be like having you get back to your place, you have a picture of your parents, and she sees that that's her dad's.
That guy looks really familiar.
All right. Your sister's a 10. Do you still put the brakes on?
Yes. No matter what.
No matter what?
No matter what.
What if she's only like a half sister?
Yeah, it don't matter.
When did this happen?
Yeah, this feels like
it didn't
Scar.
happen. It was just it didn't happen to me. I've been the same woman 24 years, but I just, y'all asked the question. That was what I thought would be something a guy wouldn't want to hear.
Right on. All right, Gimpy, go ahead and tell him what he's going to get.
You know, one thing Corbin thinks a man isn't ready to hear would be you're proportionate to your size. Enjoy this case, girls. And these tickets to see Neil deGrasse Tyson. Back to you guys.
Hang on, man, so Gimpy can get your personal info and have a fantastic weekend, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. Let's see what Gimpy has in his 4x4.
Well, it says here, Corbin, that masked teen jumps on a school bus, beats a 14-year-old when the gun misfires. This story is insane. Police say it happened Monday afternoon in Prince George's County, Maryland, when 3 masked teens jumped on the bus and one of them pointed a gun at the boy's head, pulled the trigger 3 times. When the gun didn't fire, the teens beat the boy before running off. Police later found 3 live rounds on the bus.
Like a school bus or like a public transit
It
bus?
didn't say. I'm assuming a school bus because they're all teenagers here. But
It's a school bus, yeah.
it's insane, man. Like 3 times that pulled the trigger, and 3 times God said, "Not today." And that guy ended up living. That kid ended up living. He got the hell beat out of him, but he ended up living.
Yeah, and I've never heard of this neighborhood. Is it a suburb? Oh, it's outside of Washington. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah,
And
it's crazy.
Insane.
Yeah.
It says here, Russia claim U.S. behind their Kremlin attack is a lie. That's what the White House National Security Council spokesman John Kirby told reporters yesterday. He said officials don't have conclusive evidence yet determining whether Ukraine was behind the incident. Of course, Vladimir Zelensky denied carrying out the attack, saying Ukraine is not carrying out attacks on Russia. Trump has days to testify, to decide if he wants to testify. Writer Jean Carroll, whatever, is suing Trump for sexual battery, along with defamation after he denied her claims that he raped her in the 90s. Trump's lawyer initially said that he wouldn't be appearing in the courtroom, but on Friday, Trump changed his tune, saying he'll probably attend. The New York court has granted Trump until 5 p.m. on Sunday to decide if he wants to testify. If not, the trial's closing procedures begin on Monday. And lastly here, a do not use water order is issued for McAllister. The Oklahoma Department of Environmental Quality, or DEQ, said they advised the McAllister Public Works Authority to inform its users not to use the water. DEQ says that the water should not be used for consumption, food preparation, dishwashing, brushing your teeth, or hand washing. It's recommended that consumers use bottled water or water from another source. The DEQ says that the order was issued because of potential for contamination following the loss of pressure and the emergency use of non-standard equipment.
Uh-oh. See what Lindsay has for Balls to the Wall Sports.
The road to the NBA Finals continued with a Western Conference showdown on Thursday night. The Golden State Warriors steamrolled the Los Angeles Lakers 127-100 at the Chase Center to even the series at 1 game apiece. Klay Thompson paced the defending champions with 30 points, while Steph Curry pitched in a 20-point, 12-assist double-double. Playoff action continues tonight with a pair of Game 3 matchups. First, NBA MVP Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers will play host to the Boston Celtics in a series that's tied 1-1 out west. Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets are aiming to take a 3-0 series over Kevin Durant and the Suns in Phoenix.
with the game last night with the Lakers. They were just dismal. Steph Curry, they tried to lock up Steph Curry, and so he just ditched it off to everybody. He had 12 assists last night, which is 4 shy of his record.
Wow.
Like he was just, all right, I'll just pass it off. And the Lakers couldn't score to save their life. Was it Klay Thompson? One of them had 12 points in the paint in the first half, which was 12 rebounds in the first half in the paint. That's more than the whole team had.
Wow.
For the Lakers. Like the Lakers just were abysmal. Yeah. Everybody scored double digits almost on the Warriors. The Lakers only like 2 did.
Dexter Lawrence will be sticking around the Meadowlands for the foreseeable future. The Giants have agreed to a 4-year, $90 million extension with the defensive tackle. $60 million will be fully guaranteed. The deal makes Lawrence the 3rd highest paid defensive tackle in the NFL. The 25-year-old had been staying away from the voluntary portion of the Giants' offseason program, but remained in contact with the team as he dealt with his contract situation. Lawrence was on the 5th-year option of his rookie contract and is coming off a season in which he recorded a career-high 7.5 sacks. The University of Alabama is firing their baseball coach over gambling allegations. The school said in a statement that Brad Bohannon was terminated for violating the standards, duties, and responsibilities of university employees. A Las Vegas-based gambling monitoring company put out a warning last week involving suspicious bets involving the Crimson Tide series against LSU. The starting pitcher was pulled an hour before game time. The Panthers have taken a commanding lead in their second-round Stanley Cup playoff matchup, while the Stars even their best-of-7 series. Sergei Bobrovsky made 35 saves, while Anton Lundell had a goal and assist in Florida's 3-2 win over the Maple Leafs in Toronto. The Panthers are up 2-0 heading to Sunrise for Game 3. Meanwhile, the Stars defended home ice in Game 2 after a 4-2 victory. The Tyler Seguin and Joe Pavleski each scored their 5th goals of the postseason in the win. The series shifts to Seattle, knotted up at 1-1. Tonight, the Devils hope to even their series against the Hurricanes at 1 game apiece in Raleigh. And that's your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great taste, 96.4. Deluxe Day Spa or
Corbin.
Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin, you are incorrect. Deluxe is a dispensary. Nature's Kiss.
I think that's both, actually.
Who knows? This is just the information that
who
was
cares if
given.
it's accurate?
Yeah. All right, Nature's Kiss, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
That is correct, my friend. Corbin just made 5-4. Aqua Viva Oasis,
Lindsay.
Day Spa or Dispensary. Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay is correct. All right, so we're tied up 5-5. Fig Medical, Day Spa or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, that is incorrect. Fig Medical is a day spa.
I was thinking because like sweets,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
like sometimes you know it smells like
You're
a fig.
thinking medical marijuana.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
All right. All right. Remember, this is for a big prize at the end of the
Sure.
at the end of the game here.
Sure.
You are going to love the prize that I have
Leftovers.
chosen. for you.
Leftovers.
Right, it's a
Okay.
roach.
Right. Right.
Bong
And
water.
not the one you smoke.
It's the crumbs.
Laura Apothecary, Day
Lindsay.
Spa or Dispensary. Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay is incorrect. The
Yeah, it's a
Laura
spa.
Apothecary is a day spa. Lucky Garden, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That's a dispensary.
Lucky Garden, Corbin is a day spa. So far, we got 6 to Corbin and 5 to Lindsay. The Health Center, Day Spa or
Oh,
Dispensary.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
That is correct. You sound like you've been there before.
To me, the name was just so obvious. There's no
Right.
way you're going to call an actual spa that.
Right, the Health Center. Supreme Heights, Day Spa or
Corbin.
Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct. All right, so we're looking at 8-5, Lindsay.
Okay.
All right, we're down in the home stretch of this thing. All right, the Enchanted Cottage, Day
Corbin.
Spa or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin is incorrect. That is a day spa.
Why are people calling here asking if we have weed?
Got any specials on an ounce, man?
It's called Enchanted.
Wildflower Day Spa
Corbin.
or
Lindsay.
Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
That is incorrect, Corbin. Wildflower is a day spa. All right, Clover Patch Tulsa, day spa or
Lindsay.
dispensary. Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay would be correct.
What's the score?
6-8, Corbin's
Okay.
lead. All right, the Merry Mind, day spa or
Lindsay.
dispensary. Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay. The Merry Mind is a dispensary. All right, the Relax Station, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary. Corbin.
That is a spa.
That is correct. Corbin is up 9-6. Path to Wellness, day spa or dispensary.
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay, Path to Wellness is a
Oh,
day
I'm
spa.
sorry. I thought you said packed.
Oh, yeah. Was that the
wellness.
problem?
No, I thought you said packed.
Sure, yes. Let me enunciate a little bit more, shall we? All right, let's see here. Heirloom, day spa or dispensary? Heirloom, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin.
That's a dispensary.
Corbin, Heirloom is a day spa.
Mm.
You're still in the lead, 9-6. He's okay. Tulsa Garden, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay. Day
Spa.
spa or dispensary. The Tulsa Garden is a day spa. Good job, Lindsay.
Score.
We're looking at 9-7, Corbin's lead. Bella Roma Medical, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin.
Dispensary.
Corbin. Bella Roma Medical is a day spa. Stonebrook, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Spa.
Yes, you are correct, Lindsay. We are now 9-8, neck and neck. Who is going to win, day spa or dispensary, and walk away with a big, big prize? Stone Age Meds, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin. The Stone Age Meds is a dispensary. Uptown Wellness, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin. Uptown Wellness is a dispensary.
Really?
We only got 2 left here.
Okay.
All right. So we got a chance to tie it and a breaker if we can do this. All right. Pura, day spa or
Corbin.
dispensary? Corbin.
Dispensary.
Corbin is correct. Pura is a dispensary, puts him with the win, 10-8. I'll go ahead and give you the last one, see if you can guess it. Stonebrook, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay would have been correct, which wouldn't matter because it's 10-9. Corbin is the big winner. Congratulations, Corbin.
What'd I get?
You want to know what you got?
Yeah.
My friend, I tell you, you have won my leftover potatoes. That's right, Corbin. I had
Listen,
dinner last night.
I love it. That's awesome, man. I'm actually kind of hungry, so I think that's a fantastic
is
gift.
perfect.
And you're not a horrible cook,
No.
so that's great. But I just think it's just an honor to win. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to Lindsay. She put in a valiant effort.
Listen,
And
Corbin.
I just appreciate the competitiveness. And I'm just one guy on a team, and we're just a team trying to make the thing happen. And it's an honor to be a part of the Ford Truck Series, and anything I can do to make this Hilton Hotel team do the best I can.
Well, Corbin, I'm glad that you accepted and decided to give your prize of potatoes to the loser of the game, but that's not all that you're going to win. All right. So not only do you get my leftover dinner from last night, my potatoes and a little bit of steak with some cheese on top, I'm also going to hook you up with a 6-pack of Twisted Tea.
Oh.
Set right up front because nobody wants this. So
Yeah.
I grabbed a pack and you get
Yeah.
to take it home with
Again, you put
Twisted
zero
Tea.
effort into the prize.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just real grateful that this Hilton Honors team did the best they could, and we'll make sure part of the Ford Truck Series continues. So I'd like to give it to my second place. His second isn't winning. So
All right.
Twisted Tea is a great beer fridge for guests.
Right,
item.
right. Well, congratulations, Lindsay. You got yourself some old mushed potatoes and some warm Twisted Tea for losing on Day Spa or Dispensary. I call this Day Spa or Dispensary.
Mhm.
Okay. So basically, I've got some businesses. These are legit businesses in Tulsa.
Oh, fun.
It's either a day spa or a dispensary.
Okay.
Now, based off the name, you're going to chime in with and that's how you're going to buzz in. Corbin or Lindsay.
Okay.
Got
You
it.
get one shot and one shot only because this is a 50-50
Don't I know
chance. There's no point in,
Mhm.
hey, would you like to guess, Lindsay? He said it's a
Yeah.
dispensary. No, it's a day. So you only get one shot.
Okay.
Whoever wins at the end, I got a big prize for you. Okay.
Like
Okay.
a little nug, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Maybe.
God knows you
To a
have
day
plenty.
spa?
Right. So, day spa or dispensary, are you guys ready?
Ready.
All right, we're going to take it up from the top here. Euphora. Corbin, yes.
That's a spa.
Euphora is a dispensary. No points for anybody on that one. All right. Nirvana, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct.
Come on, Lindsay.
You got to get in the game, woman. Get in the game. All right. Omni Oasis, day spa or dispensary? Lindsay.
Day spa.
Day spa is correct. So far, we're tied 1-1. La Fusion, day spa or dispensary? La Fusion.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, that is incorrect. La Fusion is a day spa. Poppies, day
Corbin.
spa or dispensary? Corbin,
That
yes.
is a day spa.
Yes, you are correct. Poppies is a day spa. 2-1 so far. Corbin's lead. OHG, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay,
Dispensary.
that is correct. Tied
What'd
up.
you say?
OHG. That's all it is. These are all the ones. I just found them on Google.
Sure.
I just simply Googled day spa and then Googled dispensaries and then found a bunch of them that
Sure.
are really close.
I just
That
couldn't
could
hear.
be
I didn't hear
confused.
you because you were going so fast. I didn't hear you. I didn't know it was
I wonder
letters.
what that stands for.
I have no idea. Nonetheless, moving forward, 918 Elevate, day spa or dispensary? 918 Elevate.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
Dispensary.
That is correct. Corbin's in a lead, 3-2. One Love Wellness, day spa.
Corbin.
You got to pick it up, Lindsay. Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, One Love Wellness is indeed a
Wow.
dispensary. Yes. Corbin killing it.
Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Corbin. We're welcoming Ron Swanson, a.k.a. Nick Offerman, Friday, May 19th at the Cove at River Spirit Casino, and you can sign up to win tickets at kmod.com.
Good morning, Gimpy.
Good morning, Corbin. We're going to be at Los Cabos this evening from 5 to 7, celebrating their 18th block party. So come join us. That's my Ron Swanson impression.
Is that your Ron
Yeah,
Swanson?
that was
I
my
felt like
best.
he's more of a, well, we're going to be at.
Yeah. This is very dull and boring kind of guy, but apparently he's funny.
Not Boring is getting qualified for Harley Days of May, and we just qualified John Yorga of Sapulpa. Thank you. John is qualified for a chance to win a 100th anniversary Harley-Davidson Dyno Wide Glide from Steel Horse Motorcycles inside Oklahoma Outdoor World, just off Route 66 in Sapulpa. Qualify every hour with us and throughout the day with Mel in DC. Mel, who's back from maternity leave, every hour with us and then throughout the day with them. So be listening. All right, it's time for Cucked. This is a Plinko game we play where we drop Plinko chips down into the
That's where it went.
into the Plinko board, and where they land is you get an ounce shot of that. And I've been randomly pulling items here, and if it lands in cucked, then you have to answer 3 questions. Try to get at least 2 right. If you can, you're good. Game's over. If you can't, you get an ounce of everything. So someone's getting cucked for sure today. Just the question is it going to be me, Lindsay, Gimpy, or you, the listener? So let's go ahead and play here. There's the items I've pulled. Pickle juice, rum, coffee, chocolate milk, peach schnapps.
I like it.
Olive oil.
I don't like it.
Cucked, which moves around on the board. It moves 1 spot over every week, is now 2 from it's in the second spot from the left. And then white wine vinegar.
Yeah, that whole side of the board can suck it.
Compared to last week, this is not good. Last week we won the Academy Award there for best board.
Yeah, we did.
I went last week, so I will be pulling the first name that will be going for Cucked. And yeah, not a lot of choices here for it to be good, but I'm going with the first person I pulled was Gimpy.
Hooray! How exciting.
Yeah. Yay for Gimpy. I think you went first last week as well.
Yeah, he did.
And
So
he got lucky.
So Gimpy's going to come over here and he's going to get the board set because he's going to drop his chips.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask this question just because I have to, but what are you going for? Because they're not clumped together. There's no good stuff clumped together.
No. I'm obviously going to stay to this right-hand side because all the bad stuff is over there. Your white wine vinegar, your olive oil, your cucked. The only thing good on that side of the board is the peach schnapps, but that's not good enough for me to take a chance.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to stay on this side. If I'm going for anything, it's probably going to be either chocolate milk and coffee. That's what I wouldn't mind that.
Safe.
Or coffee and rum. Either one of those I think would be good. I don't want that old ass pickle juice. No. So I am going to stay over here on the far end and drop it down. And if I land an old ass pickle juice, I'll land an old ass pickle juice. But you know what? It's not cocked, and that's what matters.
All right. So he's going to drop it. It's
stuck.
All right. So when this happens, he's allowed to hit it and just let it fall over. He gets a free drop. So go ahead. And it's really stuck, huh?
Go, you son of a bitch.
So this is not counting. It bounced all over, but landed in pickle juice. Again, doesn't count. So he's going to drop it again. Going to stay in that same spot.
Yeah, I figure might as well. I might want to put a little more oomph on it this time. I just kind of lazily dropped it in there last time. So let's put some effort into it this time, shall we?
Nick Offerman.
Oh, it's moving around. It's in the middle of the board and still went to pickle juice. How about that?
Ain't that something? All right. Well, we'll see where we're going to mix with this old ass pickle juice.
The good news about old ass pickle juice is we're closer to the finish.
Yeah.
Every time we land on it.
Bro, we're doing it an ounce at a time.
Dude, we ain't getting through that this year.
No.
We ain't getting through that this year.
We're going to have that same old ass pickle juice 5 years from now.
It's a Sam's Club jar, and it's still got a quarter juice in it.
Oh, it's massive. On the other side of that,
And
though,
it's starting to turn a shade of brown.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a double pickle. You know what I mean? If I had to choose,
There's videos for that, yeah.
Pickle and rum maybe would be all right. Pickle and coffee, I don't think so, Tim. Pickle and chocolate milk, that's a hail to the no for me. Okay. So give me a double pickle. I think would be all right. Here we go.
Same spot. It's moving around. And
oh, you
chocolate
bastard.
milk.
You son of a bitch.
Gross.
What the hell, man?
Oh, it's that curse of saying it out loud.
What did you have last
Put it in
week?
the universe.
Last week it was
Chocolate milk and coffee?
No,
No.
because that would have been pleasant. It was, I want to say there was pickle juice involved in that one last week as well. Lindsay, do you remember?
I think it was cherry juice, and it was something that you raved about.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't that bad. It was chocolate milk. You're right.
Cherry.
Chocolate milk and cherry juice is what it was, and it wasn't
I
that
had
bad.
that.
Oh, you had that? Hell, I don't know. I have to go back and listen again. But I can tell you right now, I can smell the pickles from over here. Okay. And I watched him pour that. Keep in mind, this is fancy chocolate milk that doesn't expire for like 6 months.
Apocalypse.
But it's been opened. So I don't know like how well that label is after it's been opened.
Yeah.
So I could have old ass pickle juice and old ass milk in here. This thing could be curdled and I don't even know it. It did look a little chunky when you were pouring it out. But maybe that's just kind of the brand.
It
that
smells
is.
okay.
Okay, well, if it smells okay, I might as well put it in my mouth. Here we go.
Expiration November.
And it is.
We've had it since
May.
March,
Yeah.
which is why I buy that milk, because it'll stick around for
And
a while.
it's not that bad
No,
tasting.
that's good milk.
You know, it's all right. But mixing it with pickle juice, I don't know.
Prediction: pickle juice forward. It's going to dominate. Usually, whatever is poured in first is the less of the amount for some reason. So I'm going with that. It's still going to be pickle forward.
It's just smelling it. It does. It's very heavy on the pickle, but it's got that hint of chocolate in there that makes it not so bad. So here's to the chocolate pickle.
Chocolate pickle for Gimpy. I think he had this last week.
Maybe he did.
I think he
Oh
did. 'Cause
God, no, that was okay.
I remember
did.
the joke.
I did. I remember that. The taste hit me because it tastes like one of those sweet pickles. That
Yeah.
isn't that
Yep.
bad.
Yep.
So to get the same thing twice in a row, and that's all random.
Right.
None
They're
of
gonna
this-
it's randomly picked who goes. It's randomly picked how it goes in. The Plinko board's random.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that ain't too awful bad. I mean, I can't remember what I gave. I think it was like a 6 or something like that last week. I'll stick with the 6. I would recommend to try it at least one time if you like sweet pickles.
It's going to be a new affair food.
Why not, right?
The chocolate-covered
Chocolate-covered pickles.
The chocolate pickle.
Oh, like dipped in like
Yeah.
They do with bananas.
So I know like a lot of football programs, when they play ball in the early part of fall where they're doing 2 days or whatever, they do frozen pickles.
Yeah.
Right,
That
right.
is a thing.
Was something about the salt or whatever.
The salt, yeah.
Potassium.
Yeah.
So maybe dip them in chocolate might be fun.
That wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
Listen, Tulsa State Fair. If you're listening, make it happen.
I don't think it's a fair thing. I think
You
it's
don't
up
think
to the
so?
individual who rents a
right.
booth. But
Tulsa State Fair vendors, if
There-
you're listening.
All
Chocolate
right.
pickle.
Gimpy's going to pick the next person that goes for cucked. We'll see who's number 2.
And it's going to be Lindsay.
Huh.
For the last again. It's a repeat of
I'm
last week.
curious to the statistically speaking, how that works out of who goes. Like, what are the chances Corbin's going to be the third person?
Yeah.
You know,
Hell, for the
multiple
first-
times.
First part of the year, you
Yeah.
were the last person, or for whatever it was, for many, many times. So
We're back on our original rotation.
All right, Lindsay, what are you shooting for here? Are you going to go on the left side of the board, live dangerously?
No. Hail to the no.
come on.
I'm going to stay to the right. I don't necessarily want the pickle juice. However, I did like the idea of getting rid of it. So
1 ounce
Share
Yeah, I know.
the Titanic.
Right. I am intrigued by what the chocolate pickle tastes like. Oh boy, oh
You
boy, oh boy. So what the heck? I guess I'll just stay to the far right.
Go for it. Go for it. Get that chocolate pickle, girl.
Oh my god.
You know what they say about the chocolate pickle?
What's that?
Once you have a chocolate pickle, you won't go back.
And it is
Pickle juice. Okay. Pickle juice.
Pickle juice.
Yeah. I don't care what's in that right slot. We see more chips fall straight, like land in that right spot.
Mhm.
We know it's even, or it's set up as even as it can be. We don't have a level. Maybe I'll bring a level next week and we'll see. But it is, the chances of that happening, I would think would be odd, but it happens a lot. All right.
Yes.
So what are you doing? You're going to go for, what are you, how are
a
you going
double of pickle juice?
Is that what, okay, go.
Wouldn't be
Yeah.
bad.
I love it.
Or pickle juice and some rum.
Dropped it in, dropped fast, and
Chocolate milk.
you asked for the chocolate pickle. You got it, girl.
That's right. You put it out there.
Sorry, hubby.
I'm curious.
Sorry, hubby.
Yeah.
Just getting a taste.
A little taste of the chocolate pickle this morning.
You and Gimpy sharing the chocolate pickle.
Uh-huh. And I want to do this fast because I'm afraid that it's going to curdle.
Yeah.
no, savor it.
Yeah, it's not going to curdle.
Yeah, you're fine. Trust me. I've had it twice already. You're good.
Yeah. I think whatever's in that milk to keep it good till November would, subdue the curdling. Whether it curdles there or in your stomach, I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, that is true.
Right. And so Gimpy said that this tastes like sweet pickles, or if people that are familiar with those. So, I mean, I'm curious if you also feel the same way. You gave it a rating of,
I give it a 6 out of 10. Should
It's
try
pretty
it
high.
at least once. Yeah.
pretty high. So I'm curious if you're going to have that as well. So here's Lindsay. She's got cucked and it landed in pickle juice and chocolate milk.
Here we go. Bottoms up.
Down the hatch. She's not gagging.
It's interesting. It's very pickle forward. I don't taste much chocolate at all.
Is it sweet, like Gimpy said?
It's definitely sweet.
Mhm.
Like more of a spoiled sweet pickle.
Pickle, sweet pickle spoil?
I mean, pickling is kind of a fermentation process. So
It's kind of like when you expect to bite into one of those sweet gherkins and you're expecting that crunch, and it's more of a, you don't hear that crunch, and it's
Oh, you're
more
like
soft,
you got the cheap pickles.
and you're like,
Mm.
damn it, these have been in here too long.
Mhm.
You just it was a letdown.
yeah, no snap.
No snap. Yes. So it was a letdown. Yeah, the
So-
flavor's there, but that crunch isn't, and you're just kind of like, oh.
So they say once you have a chocolate pickle, you'll never go back.
I think I would pass.
Yeah. Keep your chocolate pickle to yourself.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm.
But
Says a lot about you.
I will agree. I will give it a 6 out of 10.
Wow.
Hey,
Give it
all
a
right.
try. Just
All
give
that
it a try
negative
one
review, all
time.
that barking.
Yeah.
One time, give it a
Yeah,
try.
That's good.
Yeah, it's not going to make you sick.
No.
Will we have a third chocolate pickle on the show today?
I
We'll find
hope
out
so.
because I've still got to go for cucked. But we want to know from you, what Something a man isn't ready to hear. A case, of course, and a pair of tickets to see Neil deGrasse Tyson at the Cox Convention Center next Tuesday. We'll be back.
Tulsa's morning show, the Big Man Morning Show. The assault continues.
I was in a state I didn't know. I wasn't from that state, so I stuck around and rode out the roller coaster.
What was her excuse on the 7th time?
His excuse was I was away from the house for 2 weeks on walk, and he got lonely.
So this is your boyfriend?
Yeah, it was my ex.
Yeah.
But when he said that, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I took the call around midnight when he was drunk, took the call, and I left and never looked back.
Had to rip that Band-Aid, huh?
I just left. I was done.
Wait, that was the 7th time.
Yeah. And then
you came back.
Took the call back because I was like, oh, maybe you changed. And the 9th time was finally the draw.
For him I'm just being really honest. Him cheating 9 times, do you blame him or yourself?
I blame myself for being blinded by love.
But it wasn't. No, it wasn't, though.
No. It was not my fault. But I mean, I kept going back.
No, it's your fault. It wasn't love.
It was my own stupidity trying to think I can change someone.
Right. Hope. Well, it was hope. You were hoping.
Mm-hmm.
You were hoping he'd love you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Brandon, have a great day, man.
You too.
All right, see you later.
These texts
are Scott is on. Hey, Scott, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, buddy. What do you think?
You know, let's be real. I love some of the comments, and you guys especially, but let's be real. You're not going to be able to give her a hall pass because we as men are never going to forget that. We're never going to stop dwelling on it. And, we're going to be the demise of that at that point. I think there's only one way to really do it. Either walk away because you can't tell me guilt took over after. You were enjoying it then. You went out for that purpose to go meet somebody. So either open this up to an open relationship, ask her, hey, do you want an open relationship, or walk away now, brother, because you lost it.
Let me ask you, Scott, what would be an argument they would have had that would have not justified him cheating, but going out and being completely reckless? Like what's something?
Well, she would have had to cheat. I mean, the only way I'm ever going to cheat is she walks to me and said she just cheated. I'm walking out. I'm going to get me some, and I'm done with this relationship.
But then, you're
let's
not really
be real
cheating
as
at
men.
that point, are you, Scott? You're
well, until that divorce, I get it. But there's no hall pass or dinner or vacation. I agree with her vacation. That means she's not going to forget that. I don't care if 5 years down the road, that's going to be in every argument you have.
Mm-hmm.
So you might as well either walk away or open this thing up and let's become swingers.
Just walk up to her with a pineapple in hand.
Right on, man.
Upside down it, baby.
All right, Scott, have a great day, friend.
You too, guys.
All right, see you later.
Got a great idea to fix the situation.
I hear that, like, well, if she cheats, I'm going out right and cheating, and cheating right away. It's going to be like the movie Hall Pass. I'm going to Applebee's and having wings and going to bed at 9. Like,
yeah,
right, because that's our routine now.
No,
that's where we're at.
No, I don't have the game. Like, what are you talking about? It's not like I'm turning down women every time I go out the door.
You go to the bar, you wait till about, 1:45-ish.
Oh.
You find the biggest woman with the least amount of teeth in her face, and you say, you're coming with me.
I got to be honest. If I'm cheating as revenge, it ain't just going to be on crumbs. Listener email, I'm about to get divorced from my wife of 10 years
Homeless
because
people eat out of garbage cans,
I
Corbin.
made a stupid mistake and had a one-night stand. We got in an argument. I left, went to the bar, and slept with some woman. Almost immediately, the guilt took over me. She's told me it's over. But I have to try. What can I do to get her or to give our marriage a second chance? Lindsay.
Okay, so he already did the most awful thing he could have done, and that was cheat. But he was honest. So he's got that going for him at least. And if he wants to work things out, he's going to have to take the blame and take whatever is coming to him. If she is pissed, let her be pissed and just take it. Take the anger and just wait it out and see what she wants to do. The ball is absolutely 100% in her court. So whatever she wants, she gets at this point. If you want to stay in this marriage,
If she wants to go through therapy, then you guys are going to go to counseling together. If she wants just you to go to counseling, then you're going to have to go to counseling because the ball is absolutely 100% in her court.
Gimpy.
Yeah, man, there's really nothing you can do. Honestly, just sit back and take your lumps as they are. All right. If she wants it to work, she'll figure it out. She's gonna be mad AF for a long time, and you're gonna have to deal with it. You're gonna have to deal with being boring. There's not gonna be any time going out with the boys or going out doing whatevs, And if you can't handle that, then you need to walk away. You need to realize, well, I effed this one up. I'm just going to go ahead and take my ball and I'm going to go home and then I'll come back and play the game another day. You know what I'm saying? It's just, there's nothing really you can do. Just let time pass it on by. That's it.
I'm sorry. I have no gimmick for you that will work. You tell her you want it to work. You made a giant mistake and you're willing to work through it. She doesn't hear that. You got your answer. It's pretty black and white, man.
Yeah.
You have to eat your S sandwich. And when you go on and date in the future and be asked what happened with your marriage, you got to be honest. You S'd the bed royally. And so either you tell her what you want and hope she appeases you, but why beg someone to be with you? The Huffington Post has a list of the rudest things to avoid when you're visiting someone's home, like things you shouldn't do, right?
Okay.
Touching or moving things.
Well, yeah.
Oh, so like I'm guilty of this though. Like if a picture
I'm shocked.
If a picture is crooked hanging on the wall, I'll straighten it.
Why?
No.
Why? It's not yours.
Exactly.
Nope.
Because I'm sure that it wasn't supposed to be crooked.
You don't know that. Some people like things off kilter like that.
I'll even mention it. I'm gonna fix that.
Oh, that's rude. That's like, like the cliche of like a mom coming in, like, your pictures aren't straight.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Ma.
Another one. Expecting a tour.
Oh, yeah.
You don't walk in and be like, give me a tour.
No, I don't.
I totally do. I love snooping
don't.
around.
Because I don't want someone to do that to me. Because what if your bedrooms aren't clean or the bathroom's not clean?
Then they'll let you know.
Yeah.
Furthermore, Susan, they shouldn't be having company over if that's the case. Bedroom, maybe. Right? Bathrooms, though, clean that ass up if you're having company come over.
Another one. Overstaying your welcome.
Right.
How long? What's the good amount of time to stay at someone's house?
Depends on what the activity is.
Yeah.
Let's say dinner.
Oh, okay.
Couple hours.
2 hours after dinner. After 2 hours.
So you still at 6, 8, get out.
Because now it's time for the family to wind down.
Yeah.
And start doing their own nightly routine.
And I think it depends on who it is too. Like you always know, I think, depending on which friend it is.
Snooping.
Oof.
Yeah.
Opening the cabinet.
Yeah, you
to
don't
look
do
through the
that.
medicine cabinet. You feel like you give the vibe that you do that.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, it's not an insult. I'm just saying it gives a vibe.
Why? What
Because
gives
you're
you that
nosy.
vibe?
You're very nosy.
What makes me nosy?
Well, you'll walk into a room when a conversation's happening going, wait, what are we talking about?
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You love knowing other people's gossip?
Yeah. I'll watch those gossip shows.
No, I'm talking
they're
like
there
personal
for.
gossip. I'm not talking about TV shows.
Yeah, if we're here, I don't want to miss out on anything, for sure.
Yeah, that's nosy.
Yeah.
Bringing an uninvited +1.
Yeah. Because now you're forcing the other people to like entertain somebody they don't know. It just makes
Right, or
everything.
don't like.
Exactly. And it's not your place to be inviting somebody else over.
Feeding their dog.
Huh? Oh, like table scraps or something?
I think that's what they mean,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you'd be like, where's your chow chow so I can put it in the bowl? Yeah, some people do that. Some people think that because they feed their dogs table scraps or popcorn or whatever, that they can do that with your dog.
That's good that your dog's stomach has adapted to that. But now you're going to make your friend's dog crap all over their house because it's not used to that.
Showing up empty-handed.
I don't think that's that bad. I mean, do I have to bring potato salad every time I come over?
No.
Exactly.
No, I always take something.
Yeah, I always take a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Always, always.
All right. I usually got my medicine on me, so that just works out perfectly.
Yeah, but that's not extra, right? Like you said, it's like offering him a cigarette.
Right. I don't have to share with you, though. That's the thing. I don't have to.
Yes, but you're not going out of your way is the point, right?
Listen, I'm the guy that goes to Walmart and gets the cookies for the potluck that we're having here at work, okay? Do you expect more from me?
Yeah, I think if you go to someone's house and they're making, like, let's just say dinner still,
Mhm.
you got to take something.
Yeah.
I did. I brought
Even
my
a
appetite.
dessert or wine, whatever.
Yeah.
Something.
It's just manners, Gimpy, right?
Right. Yeah, sure.
No?
Listen, y'all invited me over. Okay, cool. I'll come over and have dinner. That's all right. Doesn't mean I have to bring a bottle of wine or a 6-pack or a bottle of anything for that fact. That's that. Unless you say so. Hey, BYOB, bring a bottle, bring a side item. We'll get the main course. That happens to me a lot. We got the main courses. Come on over for barbecue, whatever. Bring a side item. All right, cool. Tater salad it is.
I've never gone to someone's house and like looked around and said to myself, that's so dirty here.
Oh.
Ugh.
Wow.
What do they have, lives? Right? I don't go, their sheets, they didn't even make their bed. I don't do all that.
Oh, I bet you have.
Look down my
No.
nose at you.
Because life happens.
Depends on the level of the filth, right? If you walk into somebody's house,
If you're
and
a
it looks like
hoarder?
hoarders, yeah, exactly.
I ain't going to your house. I already know
But
you're a
this is-
hoarder.
But this is the first time you didn't realize that they were disgusting people or hoarders until you walk into their house,
Oh,
right?
no. You
get
can read a
totally
hoarder a
thrown off
mile
guard.
away. No, you can read a hoarder a mile away.
Hoarder.
Yeah, you can read a hoarder a mile away.
You just tell by the way they dress, their lack of showering.
Or by their vehicle.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, right? I think absolutely.
But you still don't say anything. You just kind of watch where you sit down, maybe scooch the newspapers or whatever,
Yeah.
paper plates with leftover pizza rolls on them and hang out for a little bit. And I got to go. I got
If I'm going to judge, I'm judging, like, I'm going to judge the food.
Mm.
So I'm not going to judge, like, hey, your bed wasn't made. A case of Coors and a pair of tickets to see Neil deGrasse Tyson at the Cox Convention Center next Tuesday. But you got to get your text in, BMMS, and what that is to 82945. We are in the middle of Cucked. I'm sorry, we're in the third phase of
There you
Cucked,
go.
where we drop these Plinko chips, and across the bottom are individual shots that are set up. Pickle juice, rum, coffee, chocolate milk, peach schnapps, olive oil, the Cucked slot, which I'll explain in a second, and white wine vinegar. If it lands in one of those, you get an ounce of that. You drop your other chip, you get another shot. If it lands in Cucked, you then have to try and answer 3 questions, get at least 2 of them right to avoid having to do everything in one glass. Lindsay is gone. Gimpy is gone. They both got chocolate pickle.
Yep.
Chocolate old-ass pickle, I should say.
Old-ass chocolate pickle. Blah, blah, blah.
And because we are a team and we go together, I will also try to get chocolate pickle.
I like it.
I don't know how I'm going to get chocolate pickle, but I'm just going to drop in the same spot and see what happens.
It makes sense. It's what we did.
The pickle juice and rum actually might not be bad.
No, that would work out. That would work out. I've had pickled backs before with, whiskey and stuff.
Totally, right?
Yeah, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't work with rum.
Yeah.
But that's a back, not a mix. There's a
Yeah.
difference.
Well, let me go ahead and drop the first one to see if it's going to land and start the trio of chocolate pickle. Here we go.
It's moving and, oh, I like it. I like where we're at.
Pickle juice. Like a bullet.
Yeah.
Like Gimpy to his bong. It made a beeline for it. So I'll drop the second one. Again, I'm trying to get the chocolate pickle. I'm just going to drop in the same spot. I don't know how to make it go 3 over.
Yeah. It just happened.
It just happens, right? So worst case scenario, I get a double of OAP. Here we go. It's moving around and rum.
Rum.
Okay. I ain't hating that.
A spicy pickle.
Okay. Is rum spicy?
It's spiced rum.
I understand, but so is cake.
Yeah.
There's spiced cake and it's not spicy. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I think the pickle is spicy enough.
Yeah.
And
Especially.
isn't this a
old.
double based on how old that that pickle juice is? It's fermented, I'm sure. but we'll see. It is more brown than green now.
Yes,
Right.
because the rum made it change colors. I honestly don't think that's going to be that bad. I think you won on this one. We didn't. I mean, we didn't lose.
I don't disagree.
But we're not taking shots of liquor first thing in the morning either. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you definitely won.
I mean,
on
just
this one.
on that alone.
Yeah, that's a win for sure.
Some people would think having chalky milk baba that early in the morning is also a victory. So,
Well, yeah,
Definitely.
but mixed with pickle juice. I mean,
yeah. I'm actually going to take my headphones off.
you never know what's going to happen.
I always think if I'm going to shoot, like I have to be careful.
Right.
Can't get into it.
Once that rum hits your lips, you start going crazy, flailing around.
So good.
Rum is that spirit that I may be in the closet about. Like I like it.
Yeah. There's nothing
I just
wrong
don't
with
order
it.
it.
Yeah,
I just don't.
it's not my thing. I got rum dumb in my early 20s and I'm good on that. I don't really, the only way to drink it is like rum and Coke.
Okay.
Right? That makes sense.
Yeah, and I don't like Coke.
I really don't
Rum and
drink
Dr.
it
Pepper
straight.
I've had a lot.
Yeah. And I just don't like the sodas as a mixture anymore. It's just too much sugar and makes me fat and bloated. And yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Pina coladas, man.
Yeah, I can't tell you the
About
last time I
it.
had a
With
pina
Malibu
coladas.
on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Get my Bill Cosby on.
What?
I don't mean that way.
Uh-huh,
I mean, I
sure.
start talking like this
Yeah,
when I drink the
yeah.
pina
Here's
colada.
the sprinkles.
Put some Malibu rum. Okay. So pickle juice and rum for Corbin's Cucked.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. You have to like map that sentence out.
Yeah, you do.
All right, here we go.
Ooh, he cripped up real quick. What happened?
Whew.
Dude, that's.
Is it?
I think it's the pickle juice.
You think so?
Yeah, it's not good.
What the hell? Judging by your face, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
I will say
Ooh.
that the bite of the vinegar
Mhm.
from the pickle juice totally gets nixed.
Yeah.
Okay. Because of the rum that's in it.
But
the
just
bite of the rum.
Yeah, but the flavor mixture
Mhm.
is.
Ooh, and it made your breath kick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what are you saying? A 9 out of 10? Highly recommend?
Oh, man.
It has more of a cleaning agent taste
Oh, okay. Yeah.
than it does. I mean, the rum nixes the pickle juice bite, but it creates a weird flavor that causes you to be like cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
Fair
Is it
enough.
like pine saw?
No,
Kind of smells like.
no. 4 out of 10 would not recommend.
Okay.
It isn't the worst thing I've ever had to do on this show.
True statement.
So, or with Cucked.
Mm-hmm.
It's also not worthy of recommending or
Doing it again.
doing it again.
Gotcha.
I ain't about to chocolate pickle it like you guys did. Yeah.
Well, I feel we won on that one then,
Definitely.
Lindsay. Yeah.
It is
We
one of
did.
the, so there are certain things you eat or drink in life that are new to you. And when you eat them, you have to stop and sit in reflection for a minute.
Yeah.
And this is one where you take it and you go, you cover your mouth a little bit and you go, yeah, not good. Like there's a sense of like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a kick in the balls.
All right.
But it also isn't something that I'm going to be like, hey, well, come on over. Let me pull out this bottle of pickle juice and rum.
Let's do some shots.
Like there are alcohols. Like I like Dr. McGillicuddy's. It's a schnapps. Keep it in the freezer. It's a mint type of schnapps.
Okay.
It's super thick.
Uh-huh.
It is not for everyone. And when you drink it, you're like, because
Really?
it's so minty.
Yeah. Like
And
Rumplemints
alcohol.
is that way.
Yes.
I can't do it. Yeah.
It's more than Rumplemints.
Really?
Yeah.
You keep that to yourself then. I ain't messing with it.
Totally, right? It's
Mhm.
not for everyone, but it would be one I would pull out and be like, hey, right? This is not that.
Okay.
I do not recommend this. There's a reason you don't see a lot of pickle mixes
True statement.
for things. All right, so that's Cucked. We want to know from you what's something a man isn't ready to hear. A case of Coors and a pair of tickets to see Neil deGrasse Tyson at the Cox Convention Center next Tuesday. Get that text to us because we're going to give away beer when we come back.
More of the Big Man Morning Show is
Yeah.
0.
Okay. Manicotti. So manicotti, for those who don't know, it's a ricotta. Mostly the time it's a ricotta-based filled noodle.
Big ol' honking noodle too.
a 6 for me.
Okay.
That's a 0 for me, dog.
Okay. Stuffed shells.
6.
Okay. Gimpy.
2.
Wow.
If that. I'm struggling for her too, bro.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Lasagna.
3.
Wow. Gimpy.
Who's making it?
Whoever your favorites is.
It's even my mom's lasagna. That would like rank like a 2 or 3 for me, and that's because it's mom's. So lasagna, just in general,
Yeah.
that's a 1.
Chicken parmesan. Or sorry, chicken parmigiana.
9.
Never had it.
What?
Crazy.
It feels crazy.
Yeah. So that's going to be a 0 for me, dog.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Chicken. Oh my gosh.
Is it the eggplant and the?
Nope.
That one's good too.
That's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
All right. Chicken piccata. Chicken piccata is the lemon chicken. I know. It's lemon.
Yeah, 7.
That's 0.
Oh my God.
Like we went to that fancy Italian place for the boss. What was that, last week? His lunch or whatever. And I'm looking at the menu. I was like,
Mondo's, great Italian restaurant.
Mondo's, I respect them and what they do. It's just Italian is not for me. I'm like, I don't know what to get. Everything on the menu had either mushrooms or lemon on it. And I was just like, what's this stuff with the shrimp? Sounds good. I'll eat the shrimp over the noodles, which is exactly what I did.
I mean, I wanted to see. All right, so let's just go with a couple things here because I'm trying to find fried mozzarella.
I mean, that's just deep
10.
fried cheese. But even then, I want to give it like a 4.
Calamari.
10.
Calamari. I'll go ahead and give that like maybe a 6 or something because I've had calamari at other places that's not Italian food.
Bruschetta or bruschetta.
10.
Was that the fancy bread?
It's toast. Most of the time, it's toasted little pieces of bread with tomatoes and olive oil and balsamic and basil. And
Yes,
stuff.
the extremely stale bread that you chip a tooth on every time you eat it. That's a 0.
Let's see. Let's get it. Spaghetti and meatball ravioli.
Lindsay?
6.
Only if it's Chef Boyardee. Which actually his name was Chef Boyardee, but we had to Americanize
Yeah.
it.
Give me your rating, Mr. Wikipedia.
1,
Tortellini.
4.
2.
Peppers and onions.
That's it. Like no sausage to put them on,
It's
or
sausage,
anything?
peppers, and onions. It's typically
With like a
4.
bun, I mean, I guess with the sausage, peppers, and onions, I give it like a 3, 4, maybe even.
fettuccine carbonara.
What's the carbonara part?
Bacon.
Oh.
That's a 5.
What?
1.
Eggplant parmigiana.
Yeah, that's 8.
That's a big 0 for me, homie.
Meatball sub.
Oh, God.
5.
This is getting worse and worse the further we go down. 0, man. That stuff is too messy. It doesn't eat well. You have to have a fork to eat a sandwich. I think that's retarded.
Oh, I liked it. Gnocchi.
What? Huh? Oh, okay. I've had that come in like a HelloFresh or something like that once. And I was like, what is this? What is this garbage?
Oh, you didn't enjoy it?
Lindsay.
5.
0.
Oh my gosh.
I know it sounds crazy, but like when it comes to like the Big 10 of restaurants and foods and stuff, Italian's at the bottom of that list for me, man.
Somebody texted in and said, you think Zio's is delicious? You got to try Luigi's and Skytook. So authentic. I think it's run by the actual Italian mob. I've had Luigi's and Skytook. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. I like, it's not like I go to Zio's and I order one of everything.
Right.
I worked there after college and their 5 cheese pasta, adding chicken to it was so good.
Yeah.
Their spinach artichoke dip, which isn't Italian, whatever, but it was so good.
Mm-hmm. I just like the brown paper on the tables that give you crayons.
The cannoli, yeah, I know how to write my name upside down. Cannoli, with the Alfredo and the chicken stuff, so good there.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you the Italian dish, the cannoli. That's delicious just because it's cheese and powdered
No,
sugar.
no. That's the dessert.
I know.
Yeah, I'm talking
I know.
about.
That's the only Italian food that I really like is a good old cannoli.
We haven't gotten to the real one. Pizza.
I've said it before, and you all thought I was crazy.
1 to 10.
1 to 10, a pizza.
It's a
That's
10.
gonna be a 3 for me. So low on the scale, man.
Lindsay.
10.
Yeah.
Always.
Pretty much all those except peppers and onions that we've mentioned are about anywhere between an 8 and a 10 for me.
Really?
See, I love peppers and onions. I don't love the heartburn, but man, it's almost worth the heartburn for me.
A good bolognese pasta.
Well, Italian food. They are the Beatles for me.
A nice short
food.
short rib braised ragu.
Ragu, the sauce in a jar.
So it's just no. So good. I'm telling you, man, Italian food.
I like Young Sheldon way more than the Big Bang Theory.
If you ever say that again, I'm going to call the HR department.
Why? Big Bang Theory is a giant turd.
That's the most offensive thing I think I've ever heard you say.
Young Sheldon it's not the greatest, but it's better than Big Bang Theory.
I am so disappointed in you right now. You've done some things that are pretty crazy, and this might be the most disappointing thing I've ever heard you say.
He was the executive producer of Cowboys and Aliens.
I feel like you and I run in succession on a lot of things, but this Young Sheldon thing has got me twisted.
Have you ever watched an episode?
I've watched enough to go, no.
If I gun to my head, you got to choose one, Young Sheldon or Big Bang Theory. I'm going to choose Young Sheldon, man.
No, I'm still a no. I'll pick Big Bang.
Just shoot. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of the girl. She's so hot.
Yeah, but
Kaylee Cuoco.
But everything else about that show negates her hotness.
I can turn it down.
It doesn't matter. You still got all those other
Doesn't
dorks.
matter.
David from Roseanne and, the old Sheldon. And I'm just like, yeah.
Her and David are the best characters on that show.
I'll give you that. But for the most part, the show is.
By the way, there's some people right now just so twisted up. I didn't pick the Bazing guy or whatever.
Whatever.
I don't even know his name.
I never watched either one of those.
I find that shocking.
Yeah. I pick Roseanne over either one of those.
I figured you would be in that market there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think you're off a couple decades with Roseanne.
No, or the Connors. I'll watch the Connors over.
Again,
either
I think the
one.
Connors came way late, like almost at the very end
Oh,
Yeah.
the Big Bang?
of Big Bang. Yeah.
Okay.
And the other one that she was on with John Ritter. yeah.
Parents?
No.
Rules dating my teenage
Yes,
daughter, something
yes.
like that. 16
Nice.
rules to dating my teenage daughter
Yes.
or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Had Peggy Bundy in it as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know that show either.
Yeah, that one was good. Because she played the blonde daughter that you like from
Yeah.
Big Bang. She played his daughter on that.
8 Simple Rules was
Yes,
the name
that
of
was
it.
it.
He
And,
doubled it.
I had to check it. That was a good
16.
series. That was a good
36
series.
rules.
It was.
How many rules you need to date your teenage daughter
Yeah.
is, arbitrary. This
Infinite.
guy needed 8. I need like 32.
8. What were the rules of the show for dating the
I
daughter?
don't think they ever said.
I don't either.
Oh, come
I
on.
don't think they ever said.
Come on.
No, I don't think they ever did.
There had to have been. There had to have been rules, right?
Surely. All right. Here we go. All right.
You found it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it had to have been
There
widely
actually
known.
were.
There's a wiki here, so give me just a minute
Okay.
because it says something like bring her home before midnight or something like that.
To me, if you name a show that, it's gotta. There better be at some point you play that out. Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. Somebody sent a text to us and they said, "Did I hear correctly? Yuppie's going to be at Los Cabos tonight. What time?" Well, it's a question. So, no, the whole show will be out there from 5 to 7 at Los Cabos and Jinx for the 18th annual Cinco de Mayo block party. We also get a bunch of texts because we're giving away beer for friggin' A Friday. We want to know what's something a man isn't ready to hear. Case of Coors and a pair of tickets to see Neil deGrasse Tyson at the Cox Convention Center next Tuesday. BMMS, whatever your answer is, to 82945. JJ's been waiting. Hi, JJ. How are you?
How's it going, Corbin?
Good, man. JJ, what's something a man isn't ready to hear?
A man's not ready to hear that he did a horrible job mowing his yard.
Truth.
Yeah, for sure. Your yard looks horrible. Hey!
I worked hard on that.
Yeah, right.
Well, my beautiful, sweet, adorable better half, it's just lack of knowledge at the beginning of the year that you're supposed to, scalp your yard to help it grow in, full and lush and be photo worthy. So after I get done doing that initial beginning of the year mowing, she comes out saying, "Wow, we have no grass. Great job, hon."
Oh.
To which I just said, "Sit back, baby. Daddy's got this."
Yeah. She don't know.
And then she says, "Who's daddy?"
Oh.
Right
But
on.
now I explained it to her. Now she's on board.
Give me a little nerding out. You dropped some knowledge there with scalping a yard. Not a lot of people are aware of that. So give me some more knowledge about mowing that will make your yard look better.
Well, at the beginning of the year, you just scalp it to remove a lot of the dead grass and allow your Bermuda or whatever your dormant grass is to take a better hold. And also helps with weed control.
Now, do you do a lot of thatching or aerating throughout the year?
No, I don't. No. I don't put that much work into it, but I'll scalp it real good at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. And do you do any spraying or chemicals on it?
I do spray 2,4-D to help with the broadleaves, clover, and henbit and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get that 2,4-D, and you got to do what, like 24-36 after that with some rain? Water?
Yeah, a little bit of fertilizer, yes, sir.
Yeah, because you can't be sitting back on that. Yeah, you don't want any scorch. Right on, man. Here's Gimpy to tell you exactly what you're going to get.
I don't think that any man's ready to hear that the ex did it better. Have a case, girls, and a pair of tickets to see Neil deGrasse Tyson. Back to you, Corbin.
Green Thumb JJ, hang on the line so Gimpy can get your info, okay?
All right, thanks. Love you guys.
All right, love you too, man. See you later. Got some knowledge right there on the yard work.
Yeah, learned some things.
It totally had a Mr. Mom moment with Michael Keaton.
Oh, yeah, talking about the drills or something like that.
Yeah, 34, 35, whatever it takes.
Yeah, because I pay someone to do all that. I ain't messing with all that. Why? My favorite thing is to go stand in Home Depot in front of the fertilizer and see how long I can stand there before another dad power can try to show his alpha.
But what you need is
Oh yeah.
Go with this stuff.
Yeah, what about this over here?
Yeah, two places that will happen. That aisle and the hardware, like the screws and the nail and all that stuff.
Oh, I was gonna say maybe the barbecue aisle, like the
No. That's
we leave each other alone in that.
Yeah, that's sacrilege.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, don't tell me how to.
Right. You burn your food the way you burn your food. I burn my food the way I burn it.
You slowly bring meat to a good temperature, an underwhelmed temperature. I'll do it my way as well, okay? Don't tell me how to slowly cook meat.
By golly. If anybody knows how to handle his meat, it's that guy.
And literally, it ain't about anything other than drinking the beer.
Pretty much.
It is an excuse to be like, no, I'm grilling.
Sorry,
I'm barbecuing.
Right.
Can't deal with the kids. I don't want you. Do you want your steak well done?
Hey, we're gonna go to Sally's birthday party. Do you want to? I can't. I'm barbecuing.
Sorry, smoking a brisket.
I gotta go by my mom's. Oof. I'm just getting ready to throw a chicken on. I'm gonna smoke some chicken.
Yeah.
I don't think we have chicken. I meant the store to get to smoke chicken. So it's not barbecuing can tie me up for hours.
Days.
Yeah. I gotta prep it the day before.
Right.
Yeah.
Out of town.
The NASCAR Cup Series field is in Kansas this weekend for the Advent Health 400. Martin Truex Jr. aims to win his second race in a row after taking home the checkered flag in the Worth 400 at Dover. Ryan Blaney is also looking to keep the momentum going after placing in the top 10 in each of the last three races. Blaney is fifth in the standings while Ross Chastain, Christopher Bell, Kevin Harvick, and Martin Truex Jr. make up the top four. The green flag waves from Kansas Speedway on Sunday. The top-ranked transfer in the men's college basketball transfer portal is making his decision. Michigan Star center Hunter Dickinson has announced his commitment to Kansas. Dickinson will join the Jayhawks after 3 seasons with the Wolverines. The 7'1" big man averaged 18.5 points, 9 rebounds, and almost 2 blocks per game this past season. Dickinson joins returning starters DeJuan Harris and KJ Adams, along with fellow transfer Nick Timberlake from Towson, as players slated to make a big impact on the court for Kansas next season. And the 149th running of the Kentucky Derby gets underway this weekend. The 1 1/4 mile race features 20 horses battling on Saturday at Churchill Downs. The favorite for this year's race is Forte, followed by Tappet Trice and Angel of Empire.
Have you seen the story of the horses that are dying at the track?
I've heard about it.
Like 4 or 5 this week alone.
Mm-hmm.
From heat exhaustion or... Last year's Kentucky Derby featured a historic upset after Rich Strike won the race.
I see what you did there.
At 80-1 odds. It was the largest upset win for a horse since 1913.
That's why all the long faces there this week.
But everybody's just so sad.
Mm. So sad. And in case you missed it, yesterday's Tulsa Drillers game with the San Antonio Missions was rained out. So today is a doubleheader. The first game at 5:05. Second game starting 30 minutes after the conclusion of game 1, no earlier than 7:05. Each game scheduled to be 7 innings in length. Stadium gates will open at 4:30 today with a fireworks show taking place after the second game. Thursday's Star Wars promotion and the t-shirt giveaway has been rescheduled for Thursday, May 25th. Fans holding tickets for the rained out game can redeem them for like tickets to any other game this season based on availability. Exchanges must be made at the One Oak Field ticket office. And that is your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite. The
Antisocial personality disorders and serial homicide is in a book that you can read more about that. I'm not going to think about like 7, like you think he's antisocial. That makes sense.
Right. Creepy, weird guy in the back.
Yeah.
Murders cats on the weekends because he's got nothing better to do.
So if it's not a mental illness, then you would be able to stand a trial.
It's not a mental illness recognized.
Okay.
The wording there is really important.
Yeah.
It's not a mental illness recognized by the American Psychiatric Association, which probably goes to what you're saying. Right.
Yeah.
Because if I say you're a psychopath, that seems okay, apparently.
Right. You say I'm a serial killer. Like, no.
Right.
Never.
So we'll find out more about this guy as the story comes out. But for them to enter, like, they were following him. They had a guy that thought was a suspect. They were following him. And they're like, hey, wait a minute. Is he got to go? We got to go now.
Man.
Officer, Sergeant, we got to go. We got to go. What's happening? You're just supposed to watch him. No, man, he's got a mask and a gun. We think he's going to kill right now.
Well, it would suck if they, got the wrong person. And it was just some guy,
it's possible,
dressing up for like a early Halloween party or
a prank or something.
A prank or something like that. And
it's kind of a weird prank to put a gun in your pocket.
No kidding.
It is California. Fake. And there are serial killers on the loose, Corbin.
Sure. How crazy would it be if they didn't catch him, but this was a different serial killer?
Oh my God, right? Totally got a different killer by accident.
They didn't know.
Meanwhile, he still got this guy over here.
Right.
So we'll find out in the next couple of weeks.
Right. They have to quell nervousness. So can you, they would have to come out and go, we didn't get him. This isn't the guy. Dude.
Oh my God.
Poof. People would lose their ass.
Oh yeah.
They would get overly anxious.
Yeah. Because just when you thought there was one roaming around, we'll come to find out now you got 2 of them roaming around.
Or if it's
and you got one and this other one's still on the loose. Well, how many goddamn serial killers are out there just roaming around?
Or they announced that he can go. He can go free.
Right. Yeah.
What if you were wronging that guy and it was he's not a serial killer? Or, oh my gosh, he is a serial killer. And you're like, I know him. We got in an argument over the rice-a-roni.
I consider myself lucky then.
He comes into my diner. I serve him coffee every day.
Totally going to be those people. There are plenty of times I've been out on a lake and we stop, against a rock or whatever. Excuse me. And people get out and climb and then jump while we're waiting. I'm like, you're crazy.
Even just that water enema. No thanks. Just the water going up, that hurts.
I don't
Does
think
that
that's
happen?
ever actually
Yes.
physically happened to
I don't
me.
know if that's a thing.
I've jumped
Yeah.
off of a lot of things and into some bodies of water, but that thing's pretty well watertight.
It's painful.
Huh. I don't know if I've ever heard this happen. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
So you've jumped and received a rather substantial amount of water into your body.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. It happened when we went to Skytook and we jumped off of the little cliffs. And it happened to my husband, and he said it was very painful. It happened to me when I jumped, and then when I landed, I got the biggest welt and bruise on the side of my leg.
Well,
and
what
all
does
the
that
way
have
up
to do
my
with the
hip.
water?
It all hurts.
So hitting the water hurts.
Yes.
Okay, you know what an
Yes.
enema is, right?
Yes.
What is an
And
enema?
that-
I
the
need
one
to
the water
hold
shoots up?
on.
Yes.
What is an
The
enema?
water entering
Your butt.
your butt. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because you're talking about a couple different things,
Mhm.
and I just want to make sure we're understanding your story
Mhm.
correctly. Because
Mhm.
you're talking about bruises and the water hurts when you hit it.
Mhm.
That I'll agree with 100%.
Yes.
But an enema, water entering your butt,
Uh-huh.
that's a new story to me. I've never heard of such a thing. And you're saying you and your husband, this has happened to you.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep. Hit the water just right. That's what happens.
Are you sitting as you jump into the water
Yeah, right.
and pushing out?
You land just yes, exactly.
Yeah, but come on. Unless you're, jumping with your cheeks spread open, there ain't no way. And even then, it just ain't gonna happen. That thing's watertight for a reason.
That's what it feels like. It hurts.
I saw a Dallas Cowboy fan video from the other night when they lost,
Mhm.
and he threw something, broke his TV, started punching his TV. It fell down, pulled out his gun, and started shooting the TV.
Oh my goodness.
And here's the thing about all that. They
It's a
still
football
lost.
game.
It didn't change anything.
No. So now you're out of television.
Yeah.
And you discharged a weapon in city
Right,
limits.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a charge in itself right there.
You're at a friend's house.
Mhm.
Okay. Because I know you're
I love
not a
it.
huge football fan,
Yeah.
but you watch football.
Yeah, I'll go over there, hang out, drink some beers.
Your
smoke
girl
some pot.
loves
Yeah,
football.
she loves it. Yes. I like it.
And matter of fact, Gimpy initiated a text to tease me
Yeah.
about the Chiefs game
Yeah.
on Sunday,
Yeah.
which is totally fine. I can take it.
Mhm.
I'm fine with that.
It's just unexpected coming from me.
Yeah, not normal.
Yeah.
But still awesome.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, hey, come over, watch the game.
Okay, bet, man.
We watch the game. We
Yeah,
got
man.
beers, whatever.
Yeah.
We're having fun. The game goes south. Patrick Mahomes chokes. Ooh, wish he did.
He did. He threw
He
that ball
choked.
right at that
He
fool,
choked.
too.
He pushed a pass.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. And he throws the interception. I chuck my beer at the TV. I
Uh-huh.
start punching the TV.
Uh-huh.
You don't even know I'm packing. I pull out my gun and start
Yeah.
shooting the TV.
Uh-huh.
And I yell, son of a bitch.
Yeah. What's my next
Is it
plan of
safe to
action?
say you probably will not come back over to watch a football game at my house?
I'm definitely. Well, I might. Oh shoot!
Totally
no, I'm
care-
not
this is
coming
a-
back.
Yeah, it's a pretty
I'm not
extreme
coming
violent
back.
situation for
Yeah,
a guy
it
who's
is.
not violent.
For you. I was even to say, even if my best of friends did that, I'd be like, all right, I'll give you one more shot. If you pull out your gun a second time and start shooting a television over a goddamn football game, I am definitely never coming back. Not for football, not for Parcheesi, not for no goddamn
Yeah,
win, lose, or
I ain't
draw.
playing
none of
Monopoly
that.
with you, bitch.
No, because I could be the television. I'm not taking that chance. I would give you one more opportunity, because you're not the guy that kind of, just flies off the handle like that. That's a one-off. If it
Feels
happens,
pretty violent.
if it happens again, I'm like, all right, something's going on. Now, I'll tell you this. You pull out your gun, you start shooting a television, I'm not going to be sticking around for much longer.
Right, the party is over.
Pretty much. Even
we're
if the
definitely-
game
We're
at
not watching the
halftime-
second game.
No.
No.
No. I gotta go. I got to go vacuum my lawn. See you in the morning. No.
It's weird to see grown men
Yeah.
get that angry about something they have no part in,
Mm-mm.
Right.
of other grown men playing a kid's game, getting paid a king's ransom
Ain't that the
to
truth?
get that mad. No, and I'm not saying you're not invested and you can't be a fan,
Mm-hmm.
right? I get it. It's been your team forever.
Right.
You've been there for the ups and downs. But getting mad, I'll accept throwing a beer.
Sure.
That I'm like, yeah, emotions get the best of you.
Yeah, heat of the moment. Sure, why not?
You threw a beer, walked 10 feet,
Yeah.
punched a television multiple times. Then it fell. You then made a movement towards your waist, knowing what was there,
Right.
unholstered
Uh-huh.
or unwaistbanded, I guess.
Right.
And then fired not once, not twice, not 3 times, multiple shots. You had plenty of chances as adults to control your emotions.
Yeah.
There is no way this individual that I saw in that video does not beat his wife.
Oh,
Exactly.
Has to, man.
That is, your ass is out of here. Go stay in a hotel.
I think, okay, I love your thought. When do you do that?
When do you tell him to leave?
Oh, as soon as he punches the TV, what are you thinking?
So you're going to try and yell at him while he's shooting the television? At what point, when someone's acting that way, do you intercept, Lindsay?
Yeah, because clearly this isn't the first time. This isn't the first outburst.
They just got boxes of TVs lying around.
Yeah, exactly.
right. Heck, it fell off
Especially as a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, this clearly wasn't the first time. So before that's happened, you would do it.
No, we're talking about this instant. No, we're talking about this instance. Okay, he punches the TV. He shoots it. At what point do you engage with him and say, "We're done. You're out of here"?
Is she a friend or is she the old lady?
Old lady.
Okay. All right. I like that.
I suppose after he empties his rounds of the gun,
I think that's a bad call.
it would have to be after.
I think that's a bad call. That's like telling somebody who's amped up to calm down.
Right. It just ain't going to work. It ain't going to work because you know what's going to happen? Chances are he's going to go reload, either grab another magazine or grab the box of ammo and reload the one that he just emptied and then take it out on you.
Yeah.
I'm good on that.
Or use his fist or whatever. Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Corbin. Happy 29th porn star birthday to Samantha Roan. She's working her way to legend status in Cheek Peekers, It's Stuck, and Stinky Smelly Feet. Fun fact about her, she was a 2018 Spank Bank Most Adorable Sexual Deviant Award winner.
Congratulations.
Good morning, Gimpy.
Good morning, Corbin. Again, we're going to be out of Los Cabos tonight, 5 to 7. Los Cabos and Jinx, because they have several locations. We don't want you driving. Well, you can drive to all of them, but I want you to come see us. We'll be in Jinx 5 to 7. Come join us.
Qualifying people for Harley Days of May, and James, Prophet of Tulsa, heard the cue. So James is now in the running for that 100th anniversary Harley Davidson Dyna Wide Glide from Steel Horse Motorcycles, which is inside Oklahoma Outdoor World, just off Route 66 in Sapulpa. Make sure you're listening with Mel and DC as well, because they're going to have chances for you to get qualified to get in on that. So be listening with Mel. It looks like she's going to play that cue just after Godsmack and Soul on Fire, about 11:09, probably 11:10 closer as we get closer to that. So make sure you're listening to get qualified with Mel, and she's back from maternity leave. Let's go ahead and do willy-nilly. Willy-nilly. Anything you want to talk about, bring up something new, go back to something. It's your chance to own the show. What about you, Lindsay? Do you have anything for willy-nilly?
Someone just said, if you think scalping is good for your yard, try burning.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I hear that's good stuff.
Yeah, Kansas has a thing in the state where they like pretty much burn the whole state.
Right.
Farmers have been doing this for years.
Right, to help with their crops or whatever. And I figured that makes sense for crops, but I guess it makes sense for your yard. It just seems weird.
So it kills all like invasive weeds and stuff. And then it's all new and natural.
Okay.
At that. So a lot of the wild grass areas, they burn them to completely turning them over, right?
Okay.
Now I've heard of like pouring like diesel on like weeds or whatever.
Yeah.
Or bushes that you don't want anymore to kill those off and
Yeah.
pull them out. But
burning it, I've
Yeah.
never seen done.
I would not recommend the diesel thing because then it gets in the soil and then it messes the soil up.
Yeah.
So the burn, you do it and it's a controlled scenario, right? It isn't
Sure.
willy-nilly. But yeah, I've seen it happen. I have a neighbor that does it.
Oh, does it freak you out at all? Like, man, I hope he knows what he's doing.
I'm a farm boy. I grew up in Iowa,
Yeah.
so I was well aware of what was happening.
Yeah.
It's not something that is advised to do when you live in a residential area.
Right.
But if you're like, well, it's my land, I do what I want, then yeah, that is something that happens. Marry, bang, kill. Sofia Varga, Selma Hayek, Jennifer Lopez.
Oh my gosh. 2 of my favorites are on this
Cinco
list.
de Mayo edition.
Mhm. Oh my gosh. I love Selma Hayek and Jennifer Lopez both. I think I'm going to have to marry Jennifer Lopez. I'm going to bang Selma Hayek. And I'll have to kill Sofia Vergara. Probably, I think they're all beautiful. Sofia Vergara, I would probably have to kill her only because I think of her most from Modern Family, and her her voice would probably get under my skin the most, so I'd have to kill her off.
I don't think she really sounds like that in real life.
Definitely not.
I think that's kind of like the nanny. She didn't really sound like that in real life.
Yeah.
Gimpy?
Yeah, this is a hard one, man. So I think that marrying Jennifer Lopez makes the most sense. I think she's got the most money out of all of them. And she's a mutant. She does not age at all whatsoever. She just gets better. So I'm going to marry her. I've been wanting to bang Selma Hayek since I was a kid, so we're going to make that dream come true. And that leaves me with killing off Sophia. And I think it's just cause. Not that I want to, but I have to.
Huh. So they're already in height order.
Okay.
Or no, they're not. Sofia Varga is 5'6". Jennifer Lopez is 5'5", and Selma Hayek's 5'2".
Damn, she's just a little bitty thing. Nice.
Yeah. There's no win here. And they're all not far away, right? Sofia Varga, 180 million. Selma Hayek, 200 million. Jennifer Lopez, 400 million. So Jennifer obviously has the most. Jennifer. Right. So she obviously has the most. But they're still hundreds of millions of dollars in value. So I'm going to kill Jennifer Lopez.
Whoa.
There's something there. There's some problem there.
Right, because she can't hold a man down for nothing.
I'm not saying that. Being married's not easy. There's something going on. She picks either bad dudes,
right,
like not good human beings, or she's the problem.
You got a point there.
Green dress.
Yeah, no, they're all smoke shows. So you have to me, when they're all hot, you have to take that out as a reason. So now you have to look at other things. I can't
don't mind looking at other things.
Selma Hayek for sure. I like the fact that she's 5'2" is kind of a turn on. They're all hot.
Yeah.
They're all of an ethnicity that is usually considered to be sexy. So, and they're all well-figured women. Like there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
So you got to get down into the nitty-gritty. So I'm going with bang Selma Hayek, marry Sofia Varga.
All right.
But if you married Selma Hayek, she could wear heels and you'd still be taller than her in your wedding photos.
My wife is shorter than me, and when she wears heels, she's taller than me. It don't bother me.
Okay.
I am not insecure. I've been this height my whole life. It is not a shock to me when people are taller than me. So it would not bother me at all. Bang Jennifer Lopez because she got ass puke. What happens to the tickets that Lindsay blocks people from winning? She'd like to think she gets them, but they go back in the pot. Would you rather eat one food you hate for a week or give up a week's paycheck?
Ooh.
That's the real question, huh?
Yeah, right. Come on, that's a simple answer.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think I'd have to give up a week's paycheck.
Okay.
Then we both looked at her with the same thought in mind.
Wouldn't be the first time I've done that today. Gimpy.
Nope. Oh, dude, pass me the lemons, please. I need the money. I can't pay rent without cash. I can't take a bucket of lemons and be like, here you go. Can I stay for another month? No. Give me them lemons.
Yeah. I'm for sure not giving up a week's paycheck. I will power through okra. Oh, wait, I'm on a diet. So I'm almost fasting.
That surprises me because
and you don't know me.
Well, because you're the person that says life's too short to eat the things that you don't like.
Yeah, life's also too short to not get paid
and
to work.
Also, but also, I mean, you have a partner who also makes money. So I'm like, hey, you're gonna have to take one for the team this week, and I ain't eating that.
Yes, but our household is based off a 2-income family.
Yeah.
So one income would put us in peril. When all I got to do is eat some okra, it'll be fine. It's a week.
Take away one paycheck and he's living like the rest of us, Lindsay. Us commoners.
Would you rather work your dream job at minimum wage or cut your big toe off and not have to worry about money for the rest of your life? Not super rich, just not having to worry about bills, rent, groceries, etc.
Yeah, take my big toe. I don't want to worry about money.
Gimpy?
I've worried about money all my life, so I'm keeping my toes.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have bills, then why are you working?
Right.
So I don't understand that. I mean, I'm going to be horrible at playing chess with my feet. And I'll never be in the community playhouse version of My Left Foot.
I mean, yeah, you just be one toe off.
I mean, would you rather work your dream job at minimum wage or cut off? I don't understand the or. Would you rather work your dream job at minimum wage? Okay, I'll do dream job at minimum wage. It's my dream job, so I'm winning.
Right.
But it's minimum wage.
Trying to raise it to
minimum
$15 an hour. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
But it hasn't happened yet.
Well, and
Some places.
that is
I guess.
stop it. That's arbitrary, right? The minimum wage is arbitrary, right? We've all worked jobs that got paid minimal.
Yep.
When I first started in radio, I got paid $22,000 a year. So it happens. Yeah. I'm going to not cut off my big toe just in case I need to make a donation of my big toe. I don't know. Since it's Cinco de Mayo, what's in your breakfast taco? Eggs and what? Chorizo, carnitas, brisket, jalapenos, chicken, or something else? Lindsay.
Eggs for sure.
Right. It's eggs and what?
Yeah, eggs, chorizo, or brisket. Probably a little salsa.
Yeah, so I think it's more
tomatoes.
like take a stake a claim
from the ingredients that have been provided.
Yeah.
Or something else.
I can't have all of it.
Brisket. That's a lot of meat in a burrito.
It's a burrito.
Yeah, I
it becomes a
know.
burrito at that point.
Yeah. All right. Brisket and jalapenos. What? You gotta have some spice in there.
Sure.
Yeah. Brisket and jalapenos.
Gimpy.
I'm going with eggs and chorizo, man. You really can't go wrong. It gives you that spice. It's got the protein that you're looking for, the meats, and plus with the eggs. Yeah, man, that's good stuff.
Yeah. Eggs and chorizo all day, man. I've had breakfast brisket tacos. They're fine. They're good. It just feels a little off.
Yeah.
But yeah, breakfast tacos. Dilly Diner has some amazing breakfast tacos.
Oh, yeah?
For those who don't know. Willy-nilly, if you could go back in history to experience one historical event, what would it be? Lindsay.
I would go to I don't know, pass.
Okay, Gimpy.
Going to go back and witness the resurrection of Christ. Yeah.
That's
See
way
if it
back.
actually happened or not. Yeah. Yeah. Am I coming back to the future, though? Am I coming back to my time?
Yeah, but then you'll have to go back because your girlfriend or your future kids will be in trouble. So,
Right.
Kennedy assassination.
All right.
And I want to be on the bridge.
Mm-hmm. See if it was Oswald or the man on the grassy knoll.
And I'm not looking. I ain't looking for the splatter. I want to watch everywhere else.
Right. Right. When you're like, something happens, right? It's like, ooh, a butterfly. And you miss everything.
Right.
Damn it.
And in the bedazzled sense, if you know the movie, they then arrest me.
Yeah, right.
I'm there, but they arrest me.
Right. With no gun, no
Yeah.
weapons,
Part
no
of Oswald goes free.
Jack Ruby ends up shooting you instead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's go to Earl's been waiting. Hi, Earl. How are you?
Hey, Corby, I'm doing good. It's Errol, by the way. Sorry.
My apologies. My apologies. Errol, what do you have for us, sir?
Man, I just had a short, little quick idea for your cuts. You guys ever heard of Uzu?
Of course.
Have y'all had that on the board yet?
We have not. I trying to remember if I've seen that at the liquor store.
I never have, but of course I don't look.
Have you,
for it
Lindsay?
either.
Yeah, it's there.
Is it there? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you recommend that?
Well, I just got the idea yesterday. I heard you guys yesterday morning talking about how you and Lindsay both can't stand black licorice, and I believe it's got a real strong black licorice flavor.
It does.
So I thought that might be a good one to have on the board.
Yeah. Sure. I think that's a great idea, man. We will definitely put it on the list.
Okay, cool. That was it.
All right, buddy. Have a good
Thank
day. Thanks
you.
for calling in.
You too.
All right, man.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Corbin, here's one for you. How'd your BJ tourney go?
It's 2 J's.
BJJ. My bad.
Yeah, the first match I went for a double leg takedown, got the takedown, but when I went to do the takedown, my head went to the side and he caught me in a choke and I couldn't get out of it. And so I got submitted. The second round went almost the full 5 minutes. I got caught in his guard, had trouble getting out of his guard. And at one point we rolled to a different position and then he took my back and choked me out.
But you survived.
Yeah.
You survived that choke.
Yeah, I had no expectation of going in and winning, right? And by the way, everybody, like, I was 205 and it was the heavyweights. So there were people like 250.
Massive dudes.
Yes.
Laying on top of you. Wrangling you around.
To be fair, no one laid on top of me.
Okay.
But I had a goal of like, I wanted to last as long as I could. Check.
Right.
And I wanted to get a double leg takedown.
There you go.
Check.
There you go.
So to me, it was a victory. And half the people lost that day. So it ain't hurting me at all. Would you rather no sex for a year or no AC forever? Lindsay.
No sex for a year.
Gimpy.
Dude, I could go without AC forever.
Whew.
Yeah, it's going to suck, but people have done it before.
I mean, yes, people have done it before, but to be honest, they didn't know what they were missing.
That is a good point.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
They weren't aware
Yeah.
of that. You know what atrophy is?
Yeah, it's when you lose the function of something from not using it for so long, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And does my partner know?
That you're not having sex because of
Why?
This? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
doing
So
this for
like,
us,
Because
babe.
of divorce. Yeah. Like, how come you won't touch me?
yeah,
You kind of like the cold air that's blowing on you?
that's why you're cold. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go no AC.
Mm.
Sex is, it's amazing what sex does for your morale.
Absolutely, man.
So
If you
true.
get too hot, go take a cold shower. Right?
Yeah.
And that does not work for not having sex. No.
No.
It does not.
With the Boys season 4 coming up, what ridiculous, weird, obscure superpower would you want? I.e., prehensile genitals, fish talking, regrow body parts, etc. Lindsay, do you watch The Boys?
I do not.
Are you familiar with The Boys, the show
I mean,
at
just
all?
when you guys talk about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I don't think you can answer the question. Gimpy?
I am going to say I'm going to Dr. Doolittle it, and I want to have the ability to communicate with animals and use them to my advantage.
Would be cool.
Not like the merman or whatever his name is. He does that with sea animals, right? I'm talking all animals.
So could you tell a animal to say hey, go bite that dude in the head or something?
Something to that effect, yeah. And any animal. I can summon any animal that I want. It's like, I need a tiger right now. Boom, pow. There's your tiger. Get him.
I'm going to steal from the TV show Extraordinary People, which is a show on Hulu with people that get superpowers when they turn a certain age, but they're all very bizarre superpowers. So I'm going with, I want someone on season 4 to be able to defecate as a 3D printer.
That's funny.
That's one of the people's superpowers on the show. It's pretty hilarious. When the time comes, how do you pick the winner of the Harley? Whoever we like the most.
Yeah, that's it. Whoever has the prettiest eyes.
I take cash.
Do you guys watch Peaky Blinders? If so, what did you all think of last season? I think Gimpy's the only one that watches that.
I've watched season 1 and part of season 2, and that's about it. I didn't get too much further into it. And I liked the show. It was all right. I just found other things to do.
I didn't find the show. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't find it incredibly vigorous. This is amazing. It didn't have the same aura to me that other shows I like Succession, Game of Thrones, House of Dragons, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's fine, but I didn't think it was that good.
Yeah.
Are you going to see Dwarfinators? It's midget wrestling happening later this month.
Probably not.
I think your kids would love it.
Maybe.
I don't know if they can go because it's usually held in a bar.
No, it's usually held in some rec center. Some
Move over, ladies. Bump goes over with.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Sorry, we aren't doing tax prep this year or this month. You're gonna have to wait. I'm just looking to see if I can catch where it's at because it's people. Oh, May 19th. It's at the Wagon Wheel.
Okay.
Wagon Wheel Event Center. I am not familiar with this place. EDW Lucha live in Tulsa at the Wagon Wheel.
Well, I need to know what the wagon. I've never heard of this.
$25 to get in, $40 ringside. Los Mini Masacaros.
So, tiny luchadors.
Sure.
Okay.
But I don't know why it has to say Los Mini.
Uh-huh.
Why wouldn't it be Los Pequitos?
Looks like the wagon wheels on Admiral and Minga. Admiral and almost Garnett. Oof.
Do I need a TSA agent with me when I go through the...
I think so. That's a no for me, dog.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I won't be going. Lindsay?
No.
I'm sure it's fun, though.
Yeah. They go to, I don't know if it's these exact ones, but they have midget wrestling at CJ's in Broken Arrow lot.
Yeah. It looks like this place does a ton of events, the Wagon Wheel.
Okay.
So that's fun. Good on them. Do you ride with the winners, Gimpy? I don't know if they're talking in general in life or just with the person that wins the Harley.
Everybody I ride with is a winner. Come on.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, I would ride with anybody. I mean, if they won, if they didn't win, all you got to do is hit me up and say, hey, this is what we're doing. And if I ain't got nothing going on, then I'll be right there with you.
All right, this is going to be the last one. If you had a cannon that could fire anything up to 3 feet in diameter into a brick wall, that's massive, by the way.
Yeah.
What would you load into that cannon? Lindsay.
Something that would explode really huge into a brick wall. Like a big old giant pumpkin, maybe? Like one of those award-winning pumpkins, just to watch it explode.
Okay. Some pumpkin places in town have pumpkin guns and you get to shoot pumpkins. That's pretty fun.
It is fun.
Gimpy?
You might not like this answer. It might not be socially acceptable,
Uh-oh.
but I don't care. It's my answer. It's going to be one of those tiny wrestlers.
Will you give them a helmet at least?
Sure,
It feels
why
like,
not?
well, besides the obvious reason, I'd be concerned for their safety in terms of living.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you want to kill
I'm
someone.
not going to kill them. No, we'll get them padded up. I've got 3 feet in diameter I can work with when it comes to bubble wrap and what we need to ensure the safety of this tiny little person.
Besides an egg where you're testing gravity and dropping it in a box off of a
school
roof.
Yeah.
I'm not sure bubble wrap has saved pretty much anyone.
There's only one way to find out. It could be foam rubber. I've got 3 feet in diameter to work with. And much like the
3
egg,
feet is not much.
it's enough. Much like the egg, we had to figure it out. We had to pack it full of something, whatever it is. Some people use socks. Some people use tissue. Some people use bubble wrap, whatever. We'll figure it out. I've got 3 feet in diameter to wrap around this little bitty person and shoot him out of a cannon into a brick wall.
I'm not a fan of this. That will be a solo Sunday show thing. Baby diapers.
Ooh.
Fresh?
You know the answer to that.
That's kind of what I figured.
You know the answer to that. I'm talking break through to the other side. I don't care how good it is, it seals.
Ew.
Yeah, and as it projectiles through the air, let's just say it wasn't a tight wrap.
I was about to say you got to watch out because that energy could cause it to, have a shotgun effect.
Yeah.
Did your kids have a diaper genie
No.
when they were babies? Oh,
No.
okay.
Those are the worst things ever.
Yeah,
A loaded bag of the diaper genie. Stick it in that cannon.
Yeah, we just threw them away and then took the trash out.
Yeah.
All right. We want to know from you, what's something a man isn't ready to hear? A case of Coors and a pair of tickets to see Neil deGrasse Tyson at the Cox Convention Center on Tuesday. Get your text to us. What's something a man isn't ready to hear? BMMS and what that is to 82945.
You're listening.
Not to intervene.
Right? Here on the Big Man Morning Show, we let them hang themselves.
Yeah.
Woman busted with vagina meth. They started off as a typical traffic stop last week where police had stopped Anthony Peza and his girlfriend Tiffany Chapman. They asked them, hey, y'all got any drugs in the car? And they're like, nah, man, we're good. And they're like, all right, well, you're going to have to get out of the car so we can search it. And they're like, okay. So they get out of the car and the deputies start searching the car. Well, in the car, while they're searching, they found all kinds of stuff. They found paraphernalia, baggies, scales. They found another bag that had several different prescription bottles in it with the labels removed, which is not good.
Not like that.
So while they're searching the car, Tiffany's like, hey, I've got meth in my muff. And they're like, huh? And they're like, she's like, yeah, you might want to come get this. So they call a female deputy out.
I believe the audio sounded like this. I think you want to come get this.
So they call a female officer out, and she ends up retrieving 10.8 grams of meth from the woman's box. And glove box. They ended up busting both of them for the same thing. They both got busted for trafficking meth. They both got busted for possession of marijuana and paraphernalia. And they are both sitting in the pokey right now.
I know some of you are thinking, did she get any breaks because she let them know she had illegal contraband inside her muff? Probably not. You're supposed to tell them.
Yeah, because if you go into the jail with it,
oh yeah,
that's an extra charge.
Viral video shows car dealer peeing on woman's ID. This happens in the beautiful state of Wisconsin. Police there are looking into a viral video that appears to show a car dealership urinating on a woman's driver's license. In a Facebook post, the victim said she left her ID at a used car dealership in Kenosha over the weekend. A few hours later, she was home eating cheese and then was horrified to see a video of someone peeing on it making the rounds on social media. It's unclear if anyone will be held accountable. On a positive note, the dealership wants to offer the victim a free car. Yeah, She apparently was trying to buy a car, changed her mind, called and said, I've left my ID. I'll send you $5. When you get the $5, will you mail me my ID?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, yeah, we'll mail it.
Uh-huh.
And then it shows them saying the name and everything, full stream. The video's on our thing, full stream onto this woman's ID. I am no expert in the automotive industry. Lindsay, for sure, in the room is the automotive expert. Her husband works at a dealership. I know Gimpy has worked at a dealership.
Mm-hmm.
So I am by far not the expert. I will, however, say I think their career is over.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, God, I hope so.
Definitely.
If you get to keep your job after pissing on somebody's license, man, there's something wrong with management at that position.
Yeah.
Now I can wrap my head around the idea that they were, they'd worked really hard on the deal and, working on commission and, that's going to put food on the table. And he was just pissed.
Yeah. Unless this customer completely was.
Nope.
No. Hear me.
There's
hear me.
no rational reason
Hear
why
me.
you should be. Hold on. There's no rational reason why anyone should urinate on anyone else or on an ID.
I agree with you. So unless this customer was, completely awful to the person working there, and the person that works there is their number one salesperson, that's the only way they're going to keep that job if they are their number
to keep
one.
the job.
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to argue why someone should piss on someone's ID.
No.
There's no reason.
No.
I don't care if that ID was stung by a jellyfish. No.
Right.
No, there's no reason.
It seems like a weird flex.
No.
You don't look cool.
No.
No.
You look dehydrated, to be honest. I'm going to read this headline. This is real. Horses sue the federal government over them being exiled to an island.
Did you get that from The Onion?
No.
Horses
Hired
a lawyer.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, hey.
From what
Mr. Ed.
I know you want to say nay, but
I mean,
so they're suing the federal government and the national park. Win Today and Jelly Donut have brought a lawsuit by just kidding. That's
okay. I was gonna say
horses always have like stupid names.
Right.
They never end in E like a dog's does.
Right.
Anyway, a lawsuit brought by two animal rights groups, an environmental activist, and a woman who lives on Georgia's Cumberland Island, names a group of non-native wild horses as plaintiffs. The lawsuit claims the horses have standing to bring a suit in their own right. The suit argues that the habitat surrounding the animals on Cumberland Island's national seashore has been gradually damaged by the horses and that the government should move them off the island.
Okay, so the horses are suing to stay on the island?
I'm
lost in this weird lawsuit.
Yeah, this says a lawsuit brought by two
people. They're like, hey, these horses are ruining our coastline. They need to be moved. And then the horses are like, nay.
They're the plaintiffs, so they are going, hey,
okay,
we
represent the horses.
Here's a question. Free time? They have a lot of free time.
Yes.
Because, if you have enough money, you can call them and go, I want to sue XYZ. But typically, you got to do some research and all those other things that come along with it and then do that.
Yeah.
Right? And so, like, as an example, I'm going to sue somebody, right? And so I've been doing all this research, preparing small claims court, right? I'm preparing to do that.
Right.
I didn't just do it. I mean, I could have just done it.
Right.
But I'm trying to do it the right way. And so, but if you have free time, then you can be like, you got
all the time in the world.
You go to brunch.
Yeah.
And then you're like, hey, these horses are ruining my view. Let's sue and make like as if the horse wants to leave.
I don't think the horse wants to leave.
I think the others, I don't know. How'd they get there?
That's a good point.
It's an island. So how'd they get there?
I mean, animals run away all the time.
True.
So, I mean, they could have just bounced at any point in time.
Except this is an island.
Right.
Yeah, true.
So unless they built a boat or Noah was available, I don't know how they got there.
Mhm.
Unless, like, maybe the water receded dramatically
Right.
and allowed them to trot a gaggle of them. That's
Yeah.
not the right term.
Mm-mm.
Of them across.
Mhm.
What is it for a lot of?
I think I heard
Okay.
herd of horses.
I just don't want to buy that. I feel like murder and some of these other ones are much better. They could have come up with something that isn't already used by cattle, right? Maybe it is. And so it feels like they didn't just trotted over there at one time.
It's a team.
A team.
A team of horses. I think the same goes for mules too, right? Think about like Borax and 1,000 mule team.
Sure. So
Learn something new. A team of horses.
I feel like the defense attorney is gonna be like, "This is a piece of cake. We'll just ask him.
Right.
We'll put him on. We want to call them as a witness."
I would like to call my first witness, Starlight.
I want to call my first witness, winning streak.
Right.
Good morning. The Big Man Morning Show. Giving away beer for Friggin' A Friday like we always do. What's something a man isn't ready to hear? Make sure you get it over to us as we're drawing our last one now. Eric is on. Hey, Eric, how are you, friend?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Good. Eric, what's something a man isn't ready to hear?
Well, a man's not ready to hear his wife say that I was in the mood to have sex last night.
Right. Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah. Does that happen a lot, friend?
I'd say a lot.
I feel like I just heard you look over your shoulder. Go ahead and tell him exactly what he's going to get.
And old Lindsay would say that no man is ready to hear. It's good enough for me. Here's a case of Gers and a pair of tickets to Neil deGrasse Tyson. Back to you guys.
Hang on the line, man. Gimpy's got to make sure he has the correct info and have a fantastic weekend.
All right.
Appreciate it. Somebody texted in that something that a man isn't ready to hear is I want a divorce. I don't agree with that.
Depends on the situation.
A lot of men might be ready for a divorce.
Right.
Of all the things we've seen text in, that might be the only one I'm like, hold on.
Right.
I want a divorce.
Good. Thank goodness.
It's about damn time.
Because I'm a man. I'll just sit here and pack it all down and just deal with it.
And that's how you end up stuffed in oil barrels.
Yeah. Somebody sent another one that I thought was interesting, and that was, a man doesn't like to hear that his other half doesn't know what the F she wants to eat. I expect that. I expect my wife, anytime I go, what do you want to eat? And she's like, I don't know. Whatever you want, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't surprise me at all when someone says that.
What do you feel like?
I don't know. What do you like?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah. The complicit role I play in that is I just want to make her happy. So I'm like, whatever it is you want.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel? Like I try to encourage an answer.
Right.
When she's probably tired of deciding.
Yes.
I give out suggestions. How about this one? How about that one? How about this one? How about that one? No. Fine. We're going to go eat at the same goddamn place we go every effing time.
Yeah. You get one recommendation. And that's all I'll give. Because I ain't going to play the volleyball game.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what it'd be.
Yeah.
Drive around for hours.
Yeah. What do you want? I don't know. What do you want? How about Sizzler? Ew, no.
Right.
Okay, then whatever you pick, whatever you say next, I'm good with.
Mm-hmm.
Because to be honest, there isn't very many restaurants. There is almost zero restaurants that you can't find something to eat.
You can find something.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
It may not be good, but it's something.
Mm-hmm.
Very few. I'm trying to think, what place do I have a hard no on?
Nowhere. There's really nowhere for me either.
Even the GC, even if your lady's like, we're going to Golden
Oh, yeah.
Corral
Dude,
tonight.
I've eaten there. It's good. It works.
Just keep it out of the chocolate fountain.
Yeah, I just don't do the buffet.
That's all it is a buffet. You have no choice.
Yeah, but that's what. No. You can. No, Oh, then I haven't been there in a while. Then. They've completely converted 100% to a buffet.
It's always been a buffet. As far I never knew you could order separately, like a la carte or whatever.
That might be confusing. Because there's Golden Corral and then there's Sizzler.
Sure.
I don't remember.
Our Old Country Buffet. Something.
Well, no, that would be a buffet. I'd be well
but-
aware that's a buffet.
Right, but maybe you could order off of a menu there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't. Those two aren't. I can't put Old Country buffet in the Sizzler Golden Corral book. There's two books, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Old Country buffet is more so the Chinese buffet than it is Golden Corral. As far as I know, I don't know. Clearly, I don't know what Golden Corral is.
Golden Corral's amazing. It's got everything. Where else can you go and get steak and ribs and tacos and pizza and a massive salad?
Yeah.
And red velvet cake.
Amazing. Putting people on the moon. Amazing.
Yes.
Doing heart surgery. Amazing.
Yes.
Golden Corral red velvet cake. I don't know if I'm ready to...
It's just the options
make
that
amazing. Leap.
Yes.
There used to be a buffet on Harvard and 33rd, and it was a Thai buffet.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
Okay.
It was so good.
Interesting.
It was so good.
I'm all about the buffets, whether it's the GC or some Super China buffet. I'm okay with it. I love the options. I love the fact that I can pack in as much as I want into this body of mine and then go home and sleep it off.
I am not a fan of buffets because I know that they're making money somewhere. And so they're either making money that there's no way I can make my money, but I can eat my way through money.
Okay. Get your money's worth when you go there, yeah.
Or this isn't, they're keeping food over. There's some way they're making money.
Right. It was really like steak from 3 days ago and they just reheated it
from the place next door.
Yeah.
No, you watch them make the steaks there, though.
Yeah, they cook it. I mean, they have the meat on a griddle.
Yeah.
And it's cooked when I get there, but I'm not sitting there watching them cook it from raw to where it's at now. That's a good point.
The only buffets I've ever enjoyed as an adult are the casino buffets when they do like prime rib night.
Right.
Or they do crab legs.
Right.
Or all you can eat shrimp.
Right.
Those, because I just go and embarrass myself and those around me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Got enough shrimp there, fatty? No.
No, dude.
I'll go back up.
It'll be a plate of shrimp.
Yeah.
And then it'll be a plate of whatever, something else to make it look like I'm balancing it.
Right.
But I'm there to eat shrimp or I'm there to eat prime rib.
Yeah. That's not bad if you want to spend, $50, $60 on a buffet, but yeah, I get it.
And if they're like, they give me that little, they try to give me some thin S on the prime rib. I'm like, listen, Tex, I don't know who you think you're talking to.
You see this,
Yeah.
buddy?
You can give me that, but I'm coming right back.
Listen, I ain't your girl. You're going to have to give me a little bit thicker than that.
Yes.
The
thicker, the better.
And a good pizza buffet I'm about.
Yeah, you can't go wrong, man. You really can't.
I don't know if Mazio still does it, but Cece's, I love a good pizza buffet.
Yeah. You got all the pizza, the different options. You got your salad bar right there. I think Mazio still does it during lunch. I don't know about. I haven't been inside of Mazio's in years. It's just delivered to my house. And they don't really necessarily deliver the buffet to your house.
No, that's just what you call it because you order so much fatty. But the Incredible Pizza also does a crazy buffet.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is what it is. I got 2 kids. They love that place. And you go and they have everything.
Yeah.
Corn dogs, nachos, tacos, chicken fingers, chicken drumsticks. They have everything.
There's not much difference between the Golden Corral and Incredible Pizza, the way you put it like that.
Yeah, except one. My children like Incredible Pizza. I'm only there because they want to go.
Yeah.
Right. And my kids are there only because I want to go.
And there's you have to buy the buffet.
Right. You have no choice.
They do not let you in unless you buy the buffet.
Oh, really? Over at the Incredible, huh? Really? You're like, no game, no buffet, no game.
Yeah, that's called a lesson learned.
I think it's good.
What's
it's
that?
not bad. Incredible pizza. It's good. It is. And it was Ryan's. Ryan's, you could order something other than the buffet.
Yeah, that was on Memorial for the longest time, Ryan Steakhouse. And I think it's like it was another restaurant of sorts. I think maybe now it's a furniture store. Oh, no, I got to drive by. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Someone texted it.
All right, we got to take a break and we'll be back.
You're listening to the Big Mad Morning Show.
Message to them, and apparently they played it, and he's on the run.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he admitted it legit. He is on the run, running from
The police.
Yeah,
Okay.
with a girl, her kid, and meth.
Some other girl.
Yeah, some other girl.
Yeah.
We're going to run out of meth eventually, but
Yeah.
okay.
And my thing is like, come on, man. What you're facing isn't that crazy.
Now remind
You
me-
didn't rob a bank,
Yeah.
right? It's not like you would be going to prison for a long time.
Right. It was assault, right?
Yeah,
In a
yes.
sense, yeah.
But it probably would be knocked down pretty far.
Yeah.
If he even stuck, right?
But the thought of doing time in the big house
But
makes people just zoom.
yeah, except it probably wouldn't be the big house.
No, it'd be a little house.
Yeah.
County
Yeah.
house.
And so like you would probably would help. And you're just like treating it like you're Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. With a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
That's something Bonnie had. But like you're just running like come on, don't do this.
He's going to get caught up. He is too recognizable to not be caught up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? If we were here, let's say we're having lunch at Sam's Southern Eatery, and Bam sitting there eating some of that delicious fried shrimp or whatever.
It's funny you bring that up
Yeah.
because Lindsay and I just this morning, my wife flew out of town yesterday for some work.
Uh-huh.
And in the airport, she sees one of the ladies from Real Housewives of Orange County.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, "Is this Vicky?" And I'm like, sure. Because I watch it occasionally with my wife a lot.
Uh-huh.
And so Lindsay does her stealth, sleuthing
Mhm.
and finds out she's got family here.
Yeah.
Oh, how
And
about that?
yeah. But yeah, you're right. Like somebody is going to be like, "Hey, man."
Yeah, that's Bam.
That's Bam.
Side note, Pippi Longstockings is moving to Tulsa. Just thought I'd let you know.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
The gal who played Pippi Longstockings in the 90s movie, Erin something another, I think that's her name. I had seen it on the Facebook. She went and visited the Outsiders House Museum,
Mhm.
posted a picture of it and says, "I'm so excited to move to Tulsa, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, well, that's cool. Pippi Longstockings, huh? Totally deserve that. Yes.
What?
Yeah.
For-
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You know better. She gets passes. You know better.
I'm just figuring while we're talking about actors and
Tammy
actresses here-
Aaron? Is that her name?
Yeah, that's your name. Tammy Aaron.
You had your chance 15 minutes ago to bring up that name and put her on a list.
That's true.
Right.
So
She would've
now,
been
now,
excellent.
now you're getting finger shamed
Oh,
for Leroy Jenkins. For shame.
How often do I
Your
Leroy
atonement is going to be
Jenkins?
big.
How often do I Leroy Jenkins? Come on. Not that often.
Dude. Okay. But you may do a look. This is a complete
This is
Leroy
full-blown.
Jenkins.
Drag that drink.
Yeah.
sound.
So much, in fact, I don't even know what to do now. That was a giant Leroy.
Yeah. Well, you might just be able to see Pippi in town somewhere. But yeah, dead Jerry Springer.
I wouldn't even know Pippi Longstocking if she came up to me and said, "I'm Pippi Longstocking."
Really? You never
Pigtails
would, huh?
sticking
Unless
out.
she has the pigtails.
Uh-huh.
She has aged a little bit since her role as Pippi Longstocking.
She's still
but
adorable.
She sure is.
I mean, I don't know how recent this picture is, but
What's her name?
Tammy Aaron.
Aaron. Tammy with an I and one M.
I'm just looking at the people. Why is ABBA coming up? Pippi, because it's a book. For those who don't know, it's a book.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, she did the New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking, and in '88, that was one of the movies that she did.
Tammy?
Tammy,
Yeah.
one M and an I, and then Aaron. E-R-I-N.
Yeah, she looks. Whoa. She huh.
She's 48.
Yeah, she is.
She's
Yeah,
from
she
Wheaton,
is.
Illinois. Originally.
She has changed since her Pippi days.
Yeah. What is? I don't know what's happening.
Did I throw a whole wrench in your system with
Yeah.
Pippi Longstockings? My bad.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing?
Why are you commenting on her page, Mr. I don't do social media?
Because I'd seen that she was moving, and I was like, that's awesome. I'd love to have you on and talk to you about
what?
being Pippi Longstockings.
About what?
And why are you in Tulsa? Why did you move here?
What have
Why?
you been doing since 1988?
I can tell you, she did Disconnect in 2010.
It would be the shortest interview of. Tonight, Cinco de Mayo, Los Cabos, and Jinx is where we'll be from 5 to 7. It's their 18th annual Cinco de Mayo block party. There's always music, some for the kids, obviously delicious food, and what's that thing that people like on Cinco de Mayo?
Cerveza?
Salsa.
Oh, that too.
Yes.
So, Los Cabos, Jinx, Broken Air. I'm sorry, Los Cabos on the Riverwalk and Jinx from 5 to 7. Lindsay, what'd you learn today?
All that hype surrounding the chocolate pickle, and it's just a little disappointing. And I learned that listener Brian, for a guy who's been with his girl for 24 years, makes me believe that his sister is most likely an 11.
Gimpy, what'd you learn today?
I learned that seagulls need love too. I also learned when meeting a woman and you find out that she has a schlong, you simply say, whoa, man.
I learned Gimpy thinks it's going to take a ferry a few days to get him to that place. And I also learned what Lindsay wants on our taco is everything. As Corbin say, make sure that dishwasher is loaded right.
It's Lindsay. Stop tracking my cycle.
This is Gimpy. And I'm sorry.
Far too kind.
Euphoria. Corbin, yes.
That's a spa.
Euphoria is a dispensary. No points for anybody on that one. All right. Nirvana, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct.
Come on, Lindsay.
You got to get in the game, woman. Get in the game. All right. Omni Oasis, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Day spa.
Day spa is correct. So far, we're tied 1-1. La Fusion, day spa or dispensary? La Fusion.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Ah, Corbin, that is incorrect. La Fusion is a day spa. Poppies, day
Corbin.
spa or the dispensary? Corbin,
That
yes.
is a day spa.
Yes, you are correct. Poppies is a day spa. 2-1 so far. Corbin's lead. OHG, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Dispensary.
That is correct. Tied
What'd
up.
you say?
OHG. That's all it is. These are all the ones. I just found them on Google.
Sure.
I just simply Googled day spa and then Googled dispensaries and then found a bunch of them that
Sure.
are really close.
I just
and
couldn't
could be
hear. I didn't
confused.
hear you
Yeah.
because you were going so fast. I didn't hear you. I didn't know it was
I wonder
letters.
what that stands for.
I have no idea. Nonetheless, moving forward, 918 Elevate, day spa or dispensary? 918 Elevate.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
Dispensary.
That is correct. Corbin's in the lead, 3-2. One Love Wellness, day spa.
Corbin.
You got to pick it up, Lindsay. Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, One Love Wellness is indeed a
Wow.
dispensary. Yes. Corbin killing it right now. Lotus Blossom,
Corbin.
day spa or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Ah, you are wrong, my friend.
You
Lotus-
might need to.
Lotus
Okay.
Blossom is a day spa. Go ahead, Google
I
it.
know there's a dispensary called Lotus.
There's one called Lotus Gold, not Lotus Blossom. See, and that's the fun part about this game because they can be
No, semantic,
they're
sure.
so close. All right, Indigo, day spa or dispensary? Lindsay.
That is a dispensary.
Indigo. Lindsay is a day
Yeah.
spa.
Oh,
So far, it's 4-2. Corbin's lead. Hand and Stone, day spa
Lindsay.
or dispensary? Lindsay.
Spa.
All right, Lindsay, you are correct on a comeback.
I've been there.
It's a 50-50 guess.
Right. Of course. All right, Rosebuds, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
I'm gonna go dispensary.
Lindsay would be correct. Rosebuds is a dispensary, tied up 4-4. Jade Wellness Center, day spa
Corbin.
or
Lindsay.
dispensary? Corbin.
That is a wellness. Or that is a day spa.
Corbin, Jade Wellness Center is a dispensary. Still tied 4-4. D